Morning. How is everybody? Hope you're doing well. Don't mind me, I'm a little today. Got to do a bunch of different stuff. Finish working on this. Got to get this thing going. So we got to move some stuff from here. Throw over here for now. Got to finish building this. Got to work on this. Just got to find my mouse first. What screen is my mouse on? There it is. Come over here. There we go. Let's turn back on the laser. I didn't move it, so I should be able to reline up everything up. Let's make sure we're connected. That's way off. In the wrong direction now. Alright. Let's turn that off. Turn that on. Rehome everything. There we go. Grab another plaque. Get restarted. I'm all by my lonesome this morning. It's a Monday morning. Everybody's that doesn't have a holiday is working, or took a vacation day today anyway, is working. Or it's too early because they slept in because they stayed up late because they had a holiday today. I, on the other hand, was up late and then up again. I was talking right into the mic, so sorry. Let's go ahead and frame this. Yep, fire away. Start the smoke. Smoke show begins. All right. Well, let me take this stuff off of here. Set this off to the side for a moment down here. Sit my butt in this little chair here. And then let's kind of continue on, right? We picked up some tools and the magnets. Or a tool. Alright. No more tools stuck. Got the end on, wires on, wrapped up, ready to go. Set this off to the side for a moment. Organize a little better. These up here. There's the grease we're going to need. And somewhere up there is the little black lubricating end. Or it's around here somewhere anyway. We need these bearings. We got to prep them. Grease them up. Yeah. My coffee's way over there. Like an idiot. Where's it? The orange tip. It's the orange tip I think I need. Yeah, it's the orange tip. I gotta figure out where the hell I put the orange tip. We'll set our coffee over here. Everything runs better with coffee, right? Spare parts, tool, USB, power cord. Could be fun when we can power this thing on. Once I figure out where I put the orange bearing tip. Where did I put the orange grease tip for the bearings? Orange grease tip, where did you go? Take all my stuff out of my pocket. Throw my phone up here so it's out of the way. I need to grease the tip. There it is. Little orange tip. I knew it was up here somewhere. What's going on? Wonderful. Great. $100 paid to the garbage company. Let's get our grease, our bearing greaser back on. Okay. Get our bearings opened up. There's not anybody even here today. I'm all by my lonesome, just talking to myself like a weirdo. That's okay. We'll just wait and see if chat picks up. If it doesn't, well, then I stayed motivated by streaming this. And I'll have this for prosperity. You know, to look back on and go, that's where you messed up. Like last night when I forgot to put the shim in. I had to go back and take it apart. Because even though it says it in the instructions, I still managed to miss it. Okay. One. Put it in, give it a twist. Move the grease up to the top. There we go. All right. Bearing number 2. And of course, a little bit of Prusa lube. There we go. Tuck this away in here for now. Move these down here for now. Back there. Terminal screws, we'll need a couple more of those in the end. Grab these 2 nylocks. Scoot them off to the side. There's all the bearing stuff. Here's the heat bed. Expansion joints. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's only 8 of those because I think you use a spacer for the center screw, and then these little expansion joints go now in the rest of the spots. Okay. Let's get the mouse back over here. There we go. Okay. Move the bearings. They're good. Now we need to assemble the bearing clips. I need the M3 by 8s. M3 by 8s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 left. In here anyway. So we need our clips. Two. All right. There's our clips, and then we need the rubber and the shim. There we go. The rubbers and the shims. Oop. And we threw the shim on the floor. Right out the gate. Just throwing them away. There we go. Okay. So we stack one of these with our M8s or M3 by 8. Grab 2 of them out so we have just the 2 we need. We stick them in and through. Then we go with rubber. Put 1 over one screw, 1 over the other screw, push them down. And then we put the shim on. There we go. And that stacks everything nice and pretty. You guys can't see shite, because there's nobody here to see anything. By the way, I see 2 concurrent viewers, so hi. You could say hi if you'd like. I'm all good with that. If you don't want to, it's fine too. I cannot make you talk. It's all good. I'm gonna keep streaming anyway. I only streamed a few hours ago, so I'm a little beat. But the STEM class needs their printer. I must provide said printer. So I will make said printer work. And I will chase the internet to do it. Okay. Last one. 2 screws. Oops. We got the 3rd one that fell out. We don't need the 3rd one. We only need 2. Maybe. I don't know if you guys can hear the lasering or not, but if you can, sorry. Or not sorry. Maybe I'm doing it on purpose. Really, I am doing it kind of on purpose because my daughter's volleyball team needs their plaques. They're a good bunch of girls. They've kicked butt. They deserve them. And really, they're just a little memorabilia piece to remember that they did this when they were younger. There we go. All right. Repeat for the same for the remaining clips. The order of the pads is crucial. Check the order on all 3 bearing clips. I did. I have the screw, or the clip with the 2 screws, the rubber pad, and then the plastic shim. Now, installing the bearing in the Y carriage. You start the screws, slide the bearing in. There we go. Now the sinus is cleared out now. Okay. Bracket. Like that. Okay. Installing those. So you go in, cover that. Alignment. So, this sits like this. We grab this, we grab this, we take this, and we put it over the holes, and we start the, wait a minute. Oh, okay, because then that'll push down when you push the bearing through. Okay. Dadgummit. Dadgum. push that down, not up. You take your bearing, slide it in like so, and evenly space it, which I find is just use the rings on the bearing and center them up with the mount or the clamp here. There's that one. There. Got that one started. Same thing. Slide bearing through. And of course the screw popped out. There. Now let's center that one up too. There we go. And tighten it down just a little bit more. Not going to crank it down. I just want to snug the bearing into its position. Then we'll get that last one in. There. All right, last one down here. There we go. Pop that down, bearing through the hole, and up. Tighten that down. Tighten that one down a little more. There we go. And then we gotta check the bearings and make sure that we have them before we crank it down too tight. So we gotta loosen this back up a little. Not a little too tight. Twit like a twig. Loosen that. Loosen that. Loosen that. And this one. Twist it. Not loose enough. So we'll loosen it some more. There we go. Bearing is loose now. Be crisscrossed or X'd in the hole. I could have marked the bearings first. It would have been easier because then I could have just put the little black dot on top and been like, yep, that's where you gotta be when I put you in. There. That one's crisscrossed. That one's pretty close. That one's way off. So and that one's X'd. There we go. Now, tighten you down. Tighten you down. Tighten you down. It's funny because in one they show the bearings like way off. And then they tell you actually, yeah, on that side, you do want the bearing all the way, or not all the way, but you want it more this way and more that way. Okay, so loosen again. They said center earlier, now they're saying you want to push it more in. Okay. Tighten it down. Okay. Oh, that one's more that way. This one goes more the other way. There we go. Okay, well, those two are now moved closer to the center per the directions on Prusa. Stupid wrench. Dodge a wrench. Dodge a ball. Okay, there's that one. Yeah, you don't want them too far out. They're not too far out. But they are closer to that edge and closer to that edge. There's those two. That's the paired bearings. And then insert smooth rods into the Y carriage. This side, it should be even in the center, and it is. So let's tighten this one down. There. Well, it was just evened in the center until I tightened it, and it jumped over a little. Go figure. So, shimmy that back just a skoosh. A skadoosh. Go. Alright. Now we're going to insert the rods. Grab our remaining two rods. This one's the more complicated of the two because you have to go through two bearings. So gently start, push it through, hit the second bearing, and push it through. There we go. This one, pretty easy, single bearing, and there we go. Now, those are there, bearings in line. Oh, that's right. Because once you insert it, then what you want to do is tighten the screws on the bearings just to make sure. So, since everything was good, it does seem like it should be okay. We're going to loosen these a little bit more. Just to make sure everything kind of sits a little more. Yeah. Getting all kinds of good grease. Good grief. Anyway, there's that. We'll come back and tighten those after. Spool holder. Y carriage and bed. That's just a couple of pieces there. Spool holder. Where is the kit that has these guys? Right here. There it is. Okay, we have our two for the belt underneath. And then ones that hold the rods. We got to put 2 square nuts in each one. So let's find our square nuts. All right. This is the joys of not having a nice big work surface to work off of. 5 screws, regular nuts. There they are. Our square nuts. Yes, love. Hi, baby. I'm all by myself. I'm just trying to stay focused and get this thing built. It's good to see you, though, lovey. Thank you for coming and watching your husband build a printer. You are legitimately the only person in chat. But I've been streaming for 27 minutes, and I've been by myself. I look like crap, I feel like crap, and I don't care. I want to build a printer today. I want this thing done so I can start doing some testing and stuff. So, this is my focus. Get this thing done. I had to restart a plaque because last night the laser shut off mid-plaque. So, I had to waste a plaque. So we're down 1 plaque. But yeah. Should come steal Chewy so he can escape the girls. You should just open the door and toss him out when you're up next. He doesn't care. I'm not gonna open I got the big garage door open to help keep airflow, because with this laser, I don't want that crap anymore in my lungs. I got enough of it. So he's just gonna have to run the backyard. Sorry, but it's true. There we go. These 2 are loaded. Okay. I know nobody can see anything of what I'm doing. I really just need to get this thing done. Yes. Okay. There we go. Those are now loaded. They're showing you take one of the smaller wrenches and shove it through to make sure, which, there you go. And there and there. And then the only thing that's left to do is shove one in each one of these 2. Get all these preloaded and ready. There we go. All right. It's all preloaded now. Careful, insert the M3S nut into the Y side of the holder. Stick the bearings through. Stick those on the ends of the rods. Line them according to the picture. And then Screw those in. Really? You don't put the bottom part on for the belt first? Okay. I assume you have some weird, crazy witchcraft you want done. Okay. Yeah, back this up a little. Put them on according to the picture. So let's move this. Scoot all that off to the side. Get rid of this one. Move this over here. Grab these. Bring this back. Set this. Take the diagram. Take these and go nut facing in. Inward facing nut. There's that. There's that. Okay. That's so much excess grease when I only put a little bit. Whoops. Stupid ass. Pay attention. Put it in according to the diagram. There we go. All right. Those are in according to the diagram with the facing in. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Now let's see. We'll put it on. It wants the 2 on this side, 1 on this side. So we basically just pick this up, flip it over. So it's like these. Then we set it in here, like so. There we go. Then, kind of line everything up. Let's get the back 2 screws in first. That does make sense. And what size screws are they? Probably M3x10s. Yep. Secure the wire rod holders next with M3x10s. Gee, wonder why I knew that. Maybe because everything is made with M3x10s pretty much on this printer. So let's find our M3x10s. Should be a big bag that says M3x10s. Everything on this printer is pretty much M3x10 or M3x8. There's some of the larger stuff. But we'll get this thing up and into place. Let's see. There we go. Get one started. Get the next one going here. There we go. And just make them not tight yet, because it said to make sure that you run it back and forth and make sure that everything is in the right spot. Whoa! There we go. We bumped the mouse. Nobody's gonna know. Who's gonna know? Nobody's watching. Even my wife already gave up watching. Yeah. There we go. Spin it around and do the front now. Fuck a duck. You know what I mean? Like, seriously. There's an F-bomb for you. There is an F-E bomb. I should have did a whole build series on this printer and kept it clean, and then I could have shared the link with the STEM teacher so that she could have showed the kids their printer being built, but I didn't keep it clean. I dropped an F-bomber or 2 or 12, who knows. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, because that's down to the belt clips now, which we'll do next, and then we'll have the Y belt on. And then we'll be pretty much done. Okay, that'll be pretty much it. We'll be put the Y belt on, snap the spool holder together, and there you have it. Yeah, bud. Whoop, whoop. Gonna be super sweet. Oh yeah. Making stuff happen. Okay. Now let's go back up because we scrolled past a bunch because stupid scrolling. Yep. See, you're supposed to pull it all the way forward. Tighten these down. All the way forward and tightened. Let's make sure. Okay. Flip it around. Get the belts and stuff out of the way. Slide it all the way backward. Tighten it down. Iconic Fab. What's going on, man? I'm all by myself today. I started a stream on a Monday morning. Should have known better. But, Digital Dragon, what's going on, sir? Hope the toe was feeling a little better today. It's nice to see you guys popping in. I'm just sitting here by myself for the last 40 minutes. My wife popped into chat for a minute to tell me to come steal the dog. Because the female pups are driving him up a wall. He's in the house with them. I told her if she was getting up to do something, just throw them out real quick because I'm hyper focused. I got 3 hours of sleep, 3 good hours of sleep, and here I am It's a little bit better. You'll be active around meetings today. Nice. Hey, not a problem, brother. You do your thing. I understand completely. I am just working on this here printer. I got those back and forth. Did it actually tell me to put the screws in? It did. Okay. Well, that's fine. I got everything seated. We'll put these last couple screws in. I'm assuming they're M3 by 8s or M3 by 10s again. Yeah, the yellows are M3 by 10s as well. So we need 4 of those at least. Put this guy in the hole. In the bowl. I'm talking about that guy again, because in the hole and the bowl sounds the same to me. Anyway, crank this down just enough to keep the rod from shimmying and shaking. Make the earthquake. Keep moving, turn, stomp, stomp. Yeah, I'm not doing crazy camera angles. Way back here, it's hard to get to the stream deck to move it around. Plus, this spot I'm sitting in is not the greatest. It's better when I'm over here working on stuff, but down the road someday I'm gonna build out an area here, have cameras up above and everything. Move that over. Built over bot. What's going on, man? Nope, not in school today and not a holiday. For 12-month employees of the school, today is not a holiday in Illinois, or at least at my school. Because at my school, they gave us now, for us 12-month employees, we get Juneteenth is what took the place of Columbus slash Indigenous Peoples Day. So now I get Juneteenth off every year, so I can have a vacation day or have a vacation in June, since June is a very non-vacation month. Not a lot of federal holidays in June. So they give us Juneteenth off in place of Columbus and Indigenous. So I took a vacation day. So every year, pretty much for this day, I take a vacation day. Because there's maybe 2 people in the entire school today. And I have no projects planned for today. However, Saturday, I will be at work all day, which means I'm probably going to miss, if my daughter has a volleyball tournament, I'm going to miss it because I'm going to be stuck there all day, which is going to suck for me because I enjoy watching my daughter and the team play. Yeah, like I said, built over bot, I just take a vacation day today anyway. It's not like they're going to, you know, I've done it for a couple of years now and they've never said no. You know what I mean? It's not like it's one of those days where the building is hopping and everybody needs to be there. So that never gives you days off. So I get it. Yeah, I know, dude. Your boss is a ball buster, isn't he? She. But let's see here now. End to end. Flows nice and smooth, not herkin jerkin, catching on anything. Move side to side, nice and smooth, not catching on nothing. There we go. What more could you ask for, right? I know, linear rails instead of rods. I know. I would love it if Prusa did come out with a variant that was linear rails instead of rods. I would love that. And I know you can convert it, and if I get the Mark III off of the school, the Mark III S Plus that the school has that's seen some time, I may actually consider talking to Jason and see if he's got a bear kit and some rails for a bear that would work that he could send me. And I know there's some mods out there I've seen where they've done a bear with linear rails instead of rods. So I think it might be a fun one to do a Prusa Bear linear rails mod. Not too many people are building bears anymore, and I wonder if LDO still has some extra kits laying around, especially Space Gray. I would love a Space Gray frame, because you guys know my love of Space Gray. I mean, after all, my Rook that you can see right here, Space Gray. My Switchwire, Space Gray. I want a Space Gray everything. Well, good sir, I am just glad that, you're staying motivated. Keep yourself motivated. I gotta find some more square nuts because I'm realizing I need some more square nuts. And I took the last of the square nuts I had in that bag out. So I'm wondering where some square nuts may have accidentally gone to. Those are my M10s. Those are my regular nuts. That's an empty bag. That's a grub screw. That's an M8. That's the lube. I may have to dig into my stash because I may have accidentally misplaced some square nuts. Let's see. Wait a minute. What's this for? Filament guide. Yeah, we don't want to mess with that. That all goes up there. There's the, I think, bed screws, maybe. Okay. Well, Dan is going to have to get into his own personal stash because he seems to have misplaced a few of the, hey, that one's done. Sweet. Seems to have misplaced some of the square nuts. But thankfully for me, if I dig into my M3 nuts, I know I've got some spares because Prusa. So we'll take out a few here. 1, 2 at least, right? Let's see. We need 1. Wait a minute. I thought these called for. No, oh no. Nylock nut, which we have a nylock nut. We don't need these after all, so I guess I'm good. We'll put these away. Yeah. Can't blame the boss for your poor time management, sir, right? No, I'm just playing. I'm gonna do something though. I'm gonna pull up the actual stream window because then the font is larger and I can read it. My YouTube stream window. Oh, damn it. Don't right click on the screen. There we go. Come back over here. The stuff we're going to need is the bearing, the belt, the bearing, the pin. We won't need the spacer yet. We need 1 nylock nut, 1 M3 by 40. Yes, M3 by 40. 4 M3 by 10s, which are right here. Honestly, it's hard to be motivated without her around. I know, brother. That's why I'm streaming this, so that I stay motivated. Because I have been having some serious motivation issues lately out here. So I got stuff I want to get done. I want to build this. I got to get these plaques done for the girls. So it's nice to be able to kind of multitask a little bit. These things take about 35 to 40 minutes a piece. So I basically just start one, get back to working on this. Start one, get back to working on this. Let's set the build plate up here. Let's take this, throw it in the box now. We'll throw the spring steel sheet up there. We got M. There's no NOs. We got a P. Grab the next blank out here. We're burning through these boxes, man. Hopefully, by the end of this week, I'll have these done. It's about a 30-hour project. And I'll hopefully get it done in about 3 days. Maybe 4. So, it'll be nice. Get that framed up. Grab my mouse. Move the mouse all the way over here now. Let's see. We got to get rid of this one. Right click, delete. Load the next project. File. import. We just finished PA. Now we're going to do PY. There we go. Now we got to get up here. Hey, somebody want to hit 253 for me? Or 230. Sorry, 230. Did I get that right? Yep, 230. Hard to see with my bad optics. Where did I get the blanks for the plaques? Michael's. We bulk of them up. Give me a second now. I'll show you what they look like. I'll show you my daughters because it's pretty sweet. But yeah, my wife ordered them off of Michael. Because that's where we end up ordering them from because we buy like in. But I'll show you my daughters here in a second so you can see kind of what we got going on. I got to move this over to and up to. Oh, come on. Jesus. I think the batteries in my here, give me a second. Let me get this started first so I don't squirrel off again. Let's frame it up. Come on. Okay. Looking. That's the nice part about laser etching stuff like this and not having like a full template, just some lines laid out, is every single one is a little more unique and different. So, but all right, Miss Ella, let's get yours started. Okay, so here's what they look like. That's my daughters. See, I just did their name, a volleyball number, and then the year. With my daughters, it's a little burnt in, a little deeper here, but thankfully it's my daughters. You know, I got it dialed in on this one, you know. What coating is on the wood that you're lasering? Marcus, I'm not exactly sure. It's just like a stain, and I'm sure it's probably one of those, you don't breathe it in. It's not good for your lungs, but I vape, so I got bad lungs to begin with. You know, so I don't recommend doing what I do, and I tell everybody that. I'm like, don't do what I do. But I've got 1, 2, 3 boxes totally filled. There's 6 in each one, so there's 18 of the 31 I've got to get done. So, what are we doing today? Lee Marie 3D, Jeremy, what is going on, brother? Good to see you. Just finishing up the Mark 3 or Mark 4. We got the carriage on there. Now I got to flip the thing on that side and get the belt in, and I was just starting another laser etching project. I know, sitting right next to the laser too. I've got my big garage door open. I've got my office door open. The breeze is kind of nice. The office isn't filling with smoke, so we're better than we've been the last few days. I need to keep the big garage door open so that it sucks the air out. It's a little nippy this morning, but I'm okay. I'll be fine. My wife, more concerned about the exposed skin to the UV. Yeah, it's good. I've got, thankfully, this got the shield over it that blocks pretty much everything, and I don't really see much blue light coming out from under, so I'm pretty good. It flashes more towards the camera, but where I'm sitting here, oddly enough, there's hardly anything, so I'm pretty good. Yeah, it has the little red shield on it, which is nice. Helps to block out a lot of that, and since you keep it just a small amount off the work surface, it doesn't leave a big gap. It doesn't really flash out, and the laser's never close to me, so the reflections from the laser are never close to me, so I'm comfortable where I'm at. Like everything, though, I always recommend put it in an enclosure and get it in a different room. But again, it's another do as I say, not as I do kind of a scenario. Coffee, guys, coffee. Coffee is life. But yeah, this laser I got from Tripod, longer, sent him the Ray 5, and I believe he said it's the 10 watt. They sent it to him to do a review with, in true tripod fashion, lacking safety features. He points that out. There's no emergency stop on here. There really is no enclosure, and open lasers like this really shouldn't be being sold to hobbyists because there is not a lot of safety features in place. So lasers like this are not the greatest of ideas. But guys, I'm going to try and get my screen back going here. There we go. So we take one has a nylock nut that needs to be inserted. So you take your long screw, stick it through the hole in the back. Wait, in the bottom. Wow. Then you put the nut on the end of the screw and pull it into place. And then I just cheat and use the table to drop it down, keep the nut or the screw in place to help guide it into place. And there you go. Now you take your screw out. Ta-da! I didn't show you up close, so you didn't see squat. It is showing that they want it sunk way down, so I'm going to do kind of the reverse of what I did here. I'm going to put the screw in the other end now and push it in. Whoa! That goes way up in there, doesn't it? Insert the M3, da, da, da. Use the screw technique, attach the M3 to the tip. Screw turns, do not tighten the screw, pull the nut all the way into it. Okay. Well, it says all the way in. I'm doing the push it all the way in. There we go. It's down as far as it can go. Please look at your messages. My phone's over there, love. That's why I'm not getting messages. It's on the table. Give me a second. Give me a second, internet. Okay, you need to relax. Okay, I get it. You really don't need to do that right now. I love you, but please quit stressing out. We'll figure it out. Love you. I just would like one day where I can just work on a printer and relax and not stress while I'm streaming. Wifey sauce. Anyway, all right, printer's up on its side like the diagram. We grab the bearing, we grab the rod here, stick this through here, and then it says that's now ready. We grab, this one says E4. Does it say F1 on it? Does it say E4? Nope, that says F1 on it. That's weird. All right. I think it's this one that we're working with because that was the one that we put the nut in. Screw goes in there to press up against the belt. So yeah, take our belt out. But did you, love? Did you really? Did you, did you message me a few times about needing stuff and wanting things? Silly girl. Oh, belt goes the other way, Dan. Belt goes the other way. On a side note, guys, PayPal, Cash App, Venmo links are down below. Feel free to throw all kinds of money in there to help me pay bills. Or pay back my mother-in-law for the plaques that I'm currently laser etching. So if you're feeling generous, PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, links down below in the link tree. If not, I understand. Like I said, man, we all got life to live and bills to pay. Don't skimp on your bill for me. Lord knows I can't do that for you. So please consider it if you can. Be greatly appreciated. My mother-in-law needs to pay her bill tomorrow since she fronted me cash and my paycheck is gone because my homeowner's insurance and my what was the other one that came out? Oh, the garbage bill. Yeah, it's a garbage bill. $100 to the garbage company to take my garbage every daggone 3 months. That's not too bad considering I know guys pay that for a week with their dumpsters and things. I'm putting the M3x10 screw in to hold the belt into place, and boy, does that go in nice and snug. That belt is definitely not coming out of there. Woo. Okay, there's that. Got that. Now what does it say to do? Attach that with an M3x10 to the bottom. How do we... Oh, there we go. That's how. So we move the belt out of the way, put this up here, and then that'll go like that. So we got to put an M3x10 in there. And with the belt in there, it's going to be a little bit tricky, but I know why they make you do it now. There we go. Don't forget, I like to give shout outs too, so if you do PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo, say something in chat so I can go give you a shout out. Even if you didn't, you can lie to me and tell me you did. I wouldn't know right away. My phone's over there, like I said. I hope I got this lined up right. Feels like it is. Guess we'll know here once it cranks down tight. Okay. Okay. There's that one. Loop the belt back. Shove it around the stinking motor. There we go. All right. There's that part. Now we're going to do the other side. Right? Wrap it up through the bearing. Pull that through. And then, because it doesn't tell me to do the other side of the belt, but yet you need to do the other side of the belt. So let's go ahead and bring that around. And then the screw part hides up against the top. And then this part will basically slide and screw into the other half for tension. Let's bring that out a little bit. That'll screw into there for tension. And then it barely will get screwed in just to keep it guiding itself. You'll lock it down after the fact. Digital Dragon, the school needs to buy an MMU3 for the Mark IV. Yes. Yes. MMU all the things. I would not mind that. It would be fun to have an MMU to play around with and kind of be able to do multicolor stuff. Good morning, 3D Medic Vince. How are you, good sir? You guys know I'm total transparency. So my mother-in-law bummed us about $200 so we get these plaques, and my homeowner's insurance, I got the shaft on because they jacked up my homeowner's insurance just like they did my car insurance. I don't like Allstate. I really don't, because every time I turn around, it's going up. My homeowner's insurance was supposed to be 200 and some bucks every month. Currently, it is now 550 with another 300 due tomorrow, or they're canceling my policy. And they already took the 500 and some dollars. So I really don't like them. And we still got to come up with $200 to pay my mother-in-law. So that's kind of why I was not jokingly asking if you had money, please help. Because my mother-in-law has a bill due tomorrow too. And, well, I understand though, like I said, We all are on a bit of a tough times. So do not help if you cannot help. But if you could help, I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. I know my mother-in-law would appreciate it, and that would get my wife off my back. I say that in the loving husband way, not in the annoyed husband way. You know, my wife is a beautiful person. I love her very much. But total transparency, we are, as usual, paid today and screwed tomorrow kind of a thing. How's Vince, though? You doing good, Vince? I need to come out and visit you one day, Vince. I really do. I need to come visit you, stop by Roman Atwood's laundromat, go see Roman Atwood. I don't know him personally, at least not yet, but it'd be cool to swing by the laundromat, see Laundromat Linda and Becky. Becky seems like a little sweetheart too. So it'd be fun. Let me see here. Ooh, there we go. We got some tauntness, and we got a. Let's see. Yeah, we got to get that M3 by 10 up in there to hold the. Oh yeah, they said to put the M3 by 10 in first. Well, leave it to me to not follow the rules, right? But yeah, I figure if I'm going to go all the way to your fine state, good sir, I might as well make an adventure out of it, right? I think I need to. Come on. Let's go. Come on. There we go. There we go. Now we're getting it. Ow. Yo, super relatable. Just acquired a clamped out Mark III's. Need updating? Yeah. Yeah. Do it. There we go. All right. Belt's nice and tight, not over tight. All right, you were still streaming. I'm still streaming. I don't give up on streaming. Currently just working on this here Mark IV, trying to get this thing done for the school that I work at. Okay. There we go. Y tensioner is installed, put in and done. Yes, we are good. It is tight. I'm good. Viking, what's going on, brother? Hope you're doing well, man. Good to see you. I'm not still streaming. I just fired this one up a little, whatever it's been now, couple hour, give or take. So, but yeah, I'm getting there. We got the tension on the belt now. Yeah, 82 hertz. Align the belt. So now we got to set this down and move it back and forth and make sure that the belt moves properly across the motor. Let's see. Yep, it is riding. It's riding close. So let's loosen up those the two grub screws, and we'll adjust that over. I know you guys can't see any of this, so it's really pointless for me to, be doing this on stream, but it's because I like to stay focused And if I stream it, I tend to stay focused. Loosen that one, foot forward, loosen that one, knock it in just a little bit. It's not really. Let's move that Gates belt out a little bit. Let's see. Okay, well. Try and get this aligned a little better. Just working on projects. Sweet. Yeah. Stay focused, stay busy, my man. Stay focused, stay busy. Move that over. There we go. I do apologize, guys. You know, love my wife, but sometimes she just gives me bad news, and then I get I get in my head. So sorry. Not trying to be a Debbie Downer. I get focused on this, get this done. That's where I'm at. So work on this, get it done. Sorry, just jamming out some tune in my own head. So, belt is aligned. Now it's time to expansion joints. All right, we need the M3x6 button heads. I know they're somewhere in this mix. M3x6 button heads. Then we need the expansions. M3x6 and expansions. And then you put the screws in only so far. Wow. Yeah, they definitely redid this. Was planning on getting something ready for the week's things contest, but been busy with V2 of the skull extruder. Yeah, dude, that thing took off. That is awesome. So these little expansions are nothing more than small little aluminum spacers. Interesting. All right, well, let's get the screws in place here. But yeah, dude, that thing is awesome. And if I had a printer that I could put it on, I would. Okay. Now we go around, tighten these down just a skosh. I really would, good sir. I would rock that thing like crazy. That thing is badass. I'm glad it took off for you. I'm glad that people are interested in it. And can't wait to see V2 and what you do. Oh, it is so chilly this morning. I should have worn my jeans. I need to get... never mind. Just the thought in my head that involves dollar signs again. Ian, get out of my head. God, gosh darn it. Get out of my head. Get these screws installed here. There we go. Screws are installed and slightly elevated. Then you slide these in and twist them, it looks like. Yes. So you slide this over and twist it into place. Why are you calling me whoever you are? You're a phone number, not a name. So you're not important. Put it in, spin it, set it down. Set it down. Do this all the way around. And you don't want them... Wait a minute. Yeah, you do want them this way. Okay. I was doing it wrong. All right. Yep. You do want them that way. So, put them all in that way. There we go. There. There we go. Now do we tighten these? Maintain the position of the empty screw using the, oh. Okay, so maintain position and tighten. Oh, that helps if I get the right tool. There we go. Yep. Maintain position. Reminds me of cone heads. Maintain low tones. Maintain low tones. Whoops, we knocked off one of the expansion spacers. Just a little aluminum block that allows for heat transfer and expansion. Hey, isn't it dangerous to laser, or for laser to be open like that? Yeah, it is. Do as I say, not as I do. You know. It's got a shield around the laser. It's a little bit better than running a wide open laser. You can see a little blue flash. You see more than I do on the camera. I'm sitting right next to the thing. The rail's in the way and the shield's down low, and it doesn't really radiate out towards me. I haven't gotten any sunburn or flashes in the eyes or nothing, so I'm good. And of course, you know, I vape, and I've smoked for years. Now I vape, and my lungs are already screwed, so, you know, one of those things. Plus, I have my office door open and the garage door wide open, so a lot less to worry about for me. But how's Gabs Labs? How you doing? Just don't look at the sun. Yeah, especially during an eclipse. All right, we got that done now. So now we need to get one M3 by 14. And then we need all these little fellas. So let's find the M3 by 14 in this pile of crap. We need this guy. And where's our M3 by 14? There's definitely not an M3 by. Here. Go figure. I need one sneaking screw. And you would think it would be where I need it, but it's not. Which means it probably fell off. But I have M3 by 4s right here. So let's look around for an M3 by 14 that holds that center in place. Oh man, my back is killing me today. I'm so freaking sore. Sometimes you just got to get up and come around and look, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's just the best way. Here's the M3 by 14. See? I told you. Sometimes you just got to come look. M3 by 4. And then the bed spacer. good, maybe lost 2 years by breathing PETG fumes. Yeah, you will occasionally have that, yes. So we grab this, take the current spring steel sheet that came with it off, stick screw through center, stick spacer on center, move print head to side, tuck cables back through, try and line up everything first try. It ain't happening. There we go. Did we get it? No. You know what? I'm going to just put the spacer on there. Try and get it all semi-aligned. Nope, that didn't work out in my favor. Jeepers creepers, man. The sun is in my face this way. There we go. There's that anyway. Now we just gotta kind of bring everything into perspective. This right here is like the biggest pain in the ass part of building a Prusa. Trying to get that center screw in. Let's see. There we go. Got it. Okay, okay. Tighten that down just a skosh and then back it off. There we go. Now we can get, the little spacer is nice. You can always read the sign, wearing safety goggles may, with the remaining eye. Exactly. Exactly. See, everybody here gets it. We all get it. Okay, just put them all in loosely for right now. I know there's a pattern for tightening it, where they want you to tighten it in a certain pattern, but for the sake of this, we're just going to get them started, and then we'll come back around and tighten everything down. And since I ate all the gummy bears, let's take a break for coffee. Aaron Rogers has become a new member. Aaron Rogers, brother, thank you so much. Don't forget, if you want to support a moron, feel free to become a member. If you want to support the moron today and help him pay bills today, PayPal, Cash App, Venmo are linked down below. I've got a mother-in-law I got to pay. And a wife that needs to relax. So if you want to help the happy wife, happy life scenario, feel free to PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo in the link below. It would be a good shill if I didn't shill, right? There we go. And if anybody is wondering, I'm asking for money to help pay my bills, not because I bought this printer. This is the school that I work for's printer. I'm just assembling it at home on the weekend because I'm a nice guy like that, and I'm donating the hours. Tighten the screws gently but firm. All right, it shows the center, the first 4 screws, last 4 screws. So apparently, in the following order, you tighten the center screw, time to sound the shill horn. Yes, Aaron Rogers, brother, you know it. You know it, man. I got to shill, I got to pay the bill. And pay the bill is happy wife, happy life. So, or in my case, happy wife, happy mother-in-law, happy life. So, and then it says to tighten the 4 screws here. And then you do the corner screws last. And it says to tighten them firmly, tight, but, and, or, yeah, was it? It was, again, tighten them firmly, but gently. Tighten gently but firm. That's what it was. Tighten it gently but firm. And you do um, the four center screws. Then you go around and do the four outside screws. So get this corner. Give it a tight but firm. Tighten this corner. Yeah. Like I said, we bought these plaques for the girls. My mother-in-law fronted us the cash, and well, because my homeowner's insurance pretty much doubled, actually quadrupled. So still got to figure out how I'm going to fix that, but it is what it is. I gave them $550 because that's what they pulled, and then turned around and told me I need to pay another $300 or they're dropping my policy tomorrow. So wonderful. Like everything, everybody wants to just keep shafting you and adding on. My car insurance is, almost tripled since we started the policy. My homeowner's insurance is now $800 from 200 and some change, so almost quadrupled there. It's like, how the hell do they expect people to live? But anyway, guide for the heated bed. You're going to need the heated bed cable holder, 2 M3x6s, and the 2 power terminal screws. M3x6s right here. The 2 power terminal screws. Where did I just see those? Power terminal screws. Power terminal screws, M3x6s. And then the little plastic cover that is right here. Okay. Power terminal cover. Right there. Scroll down. Okay, that goes in through the back. Plugs in right there and screws in right there. Okay. I'm sorry I'm not showing you guys this stuff. I would have better camera angles if my laser wasn't where it's at. Because I'd be working on this on the bench and then I'd have a camera better aligned. So you guys are just getting the big wide view. So we take this like so, shove these through the hole in the back of the box. And then this plugs in right here. I hate the fact that every single one of these plugs wants to plug in the opposite direction. And then which way do they want me to screw these in? Facing up. Okay. And positive is to the outside. Let's get the terminal screws out, right? That is very descriptive, or yeah, descriptive. If only I could see the instructions, see you work. Yeah, I know. I wish I mean, I could put up the instructions, but I got this. And thank you, Digital Dragon. I hope the toe does get better, good sir. I know that sucks, and toes. That is my, but I still love you, brother. I hope you feel better. I have many, many family members in this community. Some, actually all are not blood, because nobody in my family really likes 3D printing. It's just me. I even gave my sons 3D printers, and my daughters only want me to 3D print them stuff. They don't want to learn how to do it themselves. So, kind of looks like this is supposed to go like this. And then, how does this mount? It'll mount. Does it mount up or down when we put this part on? Let's figure that part out now. You got the screws all connected, plugs plugged in. It does go up. Okay, so that'll go up like so. This will go like this. And then, bam-o. Perfect. All right. Let's grab one of those M3x6s that it calls for. Like I said, this is the most uninformative stream on how to build a Prusa. Nate, shopped around the other or to other insurances, might be able to get cheaper. Not right now, I can't, Nate. My car insurance and my homeowner's insurance policies lapsed, and I am screwed because this is the only company that would take me. Because, as I've said a million times, my financial situation sucks. I don't have the monies I need. I'm the only one making the monies, so we're living off of my meager new teacher salary that I'm not even a teacher. But hopefully tomorrow the board will approve my raise, and then I'll be making quite a bit more, and things should get a little bit easier. I'm currently stuck in that you need to carry this high risk crap for the next 6 months before you can change or do anything, because nobody will look at you. The VOD is now published on Twitch. Oh, the VOD is up on Twitch from the incident with the toe incident. Yeah, I miss the Twitch streams. I volleyball gets in the way a lot, and I tend to try and stream a couple nights a week myself on YouTube here. But yeah, so Nate, that's my current situation, bud. My financials are totally screwed, at least for a little bit longer. Then we'll be back to making the kind of money we were making when me and the missus were working, and hopefully things will change in the economy and things will be more affordable again. That would be great. Around the 2-hour 53-minute mark. All right, good sir. I will definitely check that out to see how this poor unfortunate incident came to be. But there we go. There's the bed. There's that tightened down. I think the only thing that's really going to be left is verify all connections. We've got the XYZ motors all connected. There's nothing in here. The ribbon cable is connected. The big long love board connector is connected. The panic power is plugged in. The heater bed and the power supply are all connected. And then, of course, you've got the heat bed wire and the thermistor are connected. So, yeah. Oh, and the ground. The ground wire down under here is connected. So there we go. All right. There's all that. Verify all connections before covering the electronics. Check and prepare your wiring, compare your cable management. All right, installing the ESP module, because we did get the little Wi-Fi's ESP module too. That's in the electronics box, which should be up here. So let's get the Wi-Fi, let's get the ESP32 Wi-Fi installed, right? There we go. We got to find the Wi-Fi cover too. Here's our ESP32 Wi-Fi. Let's grab our Wi-Fi cover and an M3x6, which conveniently are located all over my table now. So let's grab this. This is not a super hard thing to do, guys. Your Wi-Fi can only go on one way. I mean, it can go on 2 different ways, but to go on one way and be covered, it can only go on one way. So it goes on the one direction that it goes on so that it stays over the thing. You put the screw through the hole in the cover. Probably wouldn't hurt to start trying to get the threads down a little bit. Then you just set it over and tighten the screw. I don't even need to look at the instructions for that part. Okay. There we go. Wi-Fi is installed. We have the Wi-Fi's. Now let me go down and make sure I did it right according to the instructions. Yes, plug it in with the board going across the back of the enclosure. Put the plastic piece over, stick the screw over or in the hole and tighten. There you go. All right, covering the buddy board parts. You're going to need the buddy board cover. 3M 3x6 screws. 1 L box cover. Or 1 Le box cover, which the Le box cover is right here. There it is. And 2 of the M3x10s. So let's get this plastic bag now off to the recycle. Here's our M3 by 4 by TB1 spare. That's floating around up here somewhere. There we go. M3 by 4 back in the bag. The expansion joints are good. The Y is good. This is my M3 by 6s, which are now, you know, that can go because I got another bag of M3 by 6 right here. This is the Wi-Fi thing. That's the other part of the Wi-Fi thing. The extra power terminal cable. There's the Y belt is gone. The M3, that's that guy. All right, I'm just trying to clean up the area a little bit, guys. All right, that's gone. M3 by 6s, we need 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, and 4 M3 by 6s. There's the rest of the M3 by 6s. We'll tuck them over there. Get that over there. That's out of the way. And then we need 2 M3 by 10s. Most of this printer is M3 by 10s, if anybody didn't know. So 2 M3 by 10s. Sorry, let me catch up on chat too. I've 3D printed for 2 years, still won't calibrate properly, but many variables to low patience. Yeah, it's the worst part about 3D printing is there's so many different things that could be a problem, and if you don't have the ability to slow down, ADHD, hi. If you don't have the ability to slow down, yeah, it can definitely be a problem. So I understand. There have been many a times I've done dumb shit because I just can't slow myself down to do it. Push your M3 by 10s into the holes. Ta-da. Get down in there. There we go. 2 M3 by 10s down inside the hole. Then you lift, bring these up into place here. This is probably going to be easier to do if I tip this thing up on its side. So let's stand up, tip it up, because then I can move stuff out of the way and see a little better, right? There we go. All right, you guys can't see crap, but I can. The laser is lasering with noise. Zip, 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 zip. Okay. Let's put the Prusa cover on. Hopefully we're getting it in the hole. Feels like it might be. Yep, that one's good. Let's get this one now. Hopefully. Yes, it is. Good. All right. Now this is all tucked in nice and pretty. Just tightening them, not going crazy. There's those. Now we gotta, let's see. Yeah, we gotta raise up the Z carriage here. Easier to do when you're, get this raised up out of the way. See the footwork in the camera, but don't get to see me or your Superman rendition. Good news is I didn't take out a printer or anything on your way down. Yeah, brother, I am glad you are okay. It sucks that it happened, but like all makers, we kind of create our own headaches sometimes, you know. We create our own mess, our own headache, and then it bites us in the ass. So completely get it. I just am glad you are okay, sir. Okay, so now we've got our metal cover here that goes on like so. And then we put our M3 by 6 screws in, which, let me make sure that in the diagram here it is the big old M3 by 6s we've been using everywhere else. Yes, align the buddy board cover. M3 by 6s that we put everywhere are what go on here, because Prusa style, they love the machine head screws, which I don't blame them. I think it's kind of a neat look. The machine heads are kind of my favorite screw. Not a fan of the button head or the tapered head or whatever the hell they call those. Not a fan of those so much. I kind of dig the more industrial look you get with the big old heads. Realistically, I could change these if I really wanted to, but I do like this look. Need to clean up again and keep it clean and going forward. Yeah, I hear you, brother. I need to get less crap and more space, and then I'd be better off. So, but I understand completely, good sir. There we go. All right, that is done. Building the spool holder, the dual spool holder. Center arm and the two pieces. Guys, this piece is so hard to put together. I don't know that I'll be able to do it without the instructions. Here it is. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this without the instructions, guys. Oh no, that was tough. Oh, goodness. I got so lucky. Anyway, there's that. Then you just drop it over. Push down, drop back. There you go. That part is super tough. I don't know if you can do that without. But there you go. And again, there you go. Okay. This part is the filament guide. This does require some hardware. M3 nuts. You need 3 of the M3 regular nuts. One M3 by 18 and 2 M3 by 10s. So again, M3 by 10s. I now have 2 of them. The square nuts. You need 3. Conveniently, there are 3 in this package that I can use. So we'll set those down. And then we need our M3 by 18, which I believe is this. Ooh. That's M3 by 16. And I think this is my M3 by 18 that just fell on the floor. Let's see. Wait. M3 by 18. Yep, right here. This is my M3 by 18. There we go. M3 by 18, which probably is in the kit part for this part. Let's take a look. There is something around here. Spool holder, there's that. LCD. Oh, we need that little strip out of there because I took the one out of the spare parts kit. There's that. I know it was up here somewhere. I did see somewhere in all of this there was an extruder. It's an empty box now. Frame kit. We're getting stuff picked up, guys. We're being responsible. Okay, garbage, garbage, garbage. Yes, there's nothing in any of this, so that's all garbage. There's our wipe. Somewhere over the rainbow. There was a little kit somewhere up here, around here, that has the little bushings that go inside of here that keep the extra bits in case you lose stuff. The pliers, the power cord, the USB, drop my nippers. Okay. But yeah, there's some little inserts that go in here. They're somewhere. This is where being disorganized will bite you in the ass, except for it's right here. And actually, everything I need for this part is in this bag. So all of this stuff that I just took out is unnecessary. It has everything in here. So just find the bag. It has everything you need. Dump this out. There we go. And it kind of has some spares. All right. Just because. Maddie, what's going on, Maddie? Good to see you. Hope you are well. All right. So you insert these little guides. It doesn't really have a direction. But you insert these 2 guides in here. Nate, you're still floating around, Nate? Let's see, can we get these in there without having to go crazy and push? Yes, good. All right, those two are in now. We gotta use the longer one for a minute because we gotta kind of press that down a little better. There we go. Stick the screw in. Whoops. There we go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We lost the little insert. Where did it go? I'm not crushing it, am I? There it is. Woo! Not that this wouldn't work without it. It would just last longer. I hope you're doing well, Nate. I haven't seen you in a while, brother. What was it? Midwest? The old Midwest Rep Rap? I was so out of it at Midwest Rip Rap Fest, man. I didn't talk really to anybody. I kind of hung out at my desk or my table, and then I would run around. And more or less, I was running around just trying to keep my mind off of crap. Because I was just in a rut. I don't even know. I honestly, without being super dickish, I shouldn't have went. Don't get me wrong, I love the event because it's the backwoods just, hangout that I love. Like, everybody's just... it's like the tailgater, like Nerd Fest. It's what I love. But my mind wasn't in it. And it showed, and I hurt for it. Like, I shouldn't have done it, but I did it. So, anyway, there's my wine. Okay, so, why is that up so high on there? But okay, so you snap that into place, then you take this way, and it says to put it way up here so that your filament comes out here and goes down. I always thought it went down here, but whatever. I don't know why I did, but I did. Doing well, just busy at the moment, just banging your head into a container development with some Azure integration. Wonderful! Microsoft Azure. What a wonderful pain in the ass, right? Let's see. Yeah, it's right here in this one. Okay. Microsoft and all of its interesting pain in the butt stuff. There we go. That's on. That's tucked in nice. There we go. And then these, you can just, again, these are just to tighten it to hold those in place. What's my phone going off for? What's up? Let's see. We got messages. Brucey. I gotta turn my screen brightness up. Jesus, I can't read crap on here. All right. Awesome possum. Oh, look, Sunlu Filament messaged me in their thing, in their Facebook group. Isn't that wonderful of them? By mentioning me, I mean they mentioned a bunch of us. Because they do that stupid at everybody. Oh, it's so annoying. Anyway. Alright. Haribo time. Yeah, the problem is I can't eat the Haribos. I already ate them all yesterday. Or the day before. Alright. That was tough. Let me shrink down my screen so we can read this at the very end here. It says, that was tough, but you made it. Let's move on to Chapter 8. Pre-flight check. Pre-flight check involves, well, Joseph Prusa's face, some filament, touching stuff, and words on a screen. So, here we go. First things first, attach the spring steel sheet. Spring steel sheet. It actually says steel sheet. And this says steel sheet. I say spring steel because it is springy steel. Genuine Joseph Prusa There we go. All right. Here we go. Slide this onto here. Bammo. There it is. Sheet is on. Next, keep the steel sheet clean for optimal performance. Number 1, cause of print detaching from the build surface is greasy steel sheet. Use IPA, isopropyl alcohol, to degrease it. If you have touched the surface before, or if you have touched its surface before. We are using steel sheet with a smooth surface. However, the sample procedure applies to other variants. Firmware update, part 1. Visit help.prusa3d.com page. Navigate to the original Mark IV page. Save the firmware file .bbf onto the bundle USB drive. Pro tip: to access the Mark IV homepage, you can go directly to, or you can use the URL prusa.io/MK4. Will it work? I cannot see the stream anymore, but yes, it did. The current firmware was released September 4th. It is 6.1.3. Let's go ahead and download that just so that we know we have it. We'll hit save. There we go. Now let's go back over here to the live stream so I can see you guys. Hi. All right. Whoops. I may have accidentally hit the back button on my mouse. There we go. We're back to everything now. All right. Scroll down. Now we need to, oh, they want me to straight up just flash the firmware right out the gate. All right, well, let's follow Prusa's instructions. I was going to boot it with the default firmware, but they want me to update the firmware right out the gate. So let's get their fancy schmancy USB drive. Whoops, there you go. Let's get this and then figure out where the hell I can plug it in to my computer, because I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but I'm out of USB ports on this thing. Let's see, what all's plugged in? We can't unplug that. This one goes to the bench camera that we're not currently using, so let's unplug that. There we go. Now let's plug in the USB. Right? Right. There we go. Okay. My Josef Prusa USB is connected, and I forgot to bring my mouse with me. Got my mouse. Move my phone. There we go. Where is my mouse now? What the hell? There we go. All right, go here. Let's go to desktop. Let's grab the Prusa Mark IV, Mark IV-S, and MK3 or MK3.9, 3.9S file. Right click, copy. Let's go to the USB H drive, which does have all kinds of goodies on there. Look at that. That's good though. I need some test files. So, anyway, there is our code. Considering this has the MK 3.5 firmware 5.2.0 buddy firmware on it from 225. So let's go ahead and actually see what else we got on here. There is a couple of different firmware files on here. You got the Mark IV, Mark 3.9 firmware 5.1.3 file, but since this one is the latest and greatest, it should just automatically boot that. I'm going to leave the rest of this stuff as it is. All right. H drive, eject. I got too many drives connected here. Anyway, all right, firmware file is on there. Let's unplug that. Let's move my chair out of the way. We're going to move the printer back. Let's move this chair back there. Now we're going to leave all this here. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to grab the genuine Joseph Prusa Prague Special. Haha. More garbage. Okay, I gotta bring my fancy chair back. Sorry, gang. I heard a car pull up. I was curious if they were here. They are not. USB, it says to plug into side. Okay, USB is plugged into side. Plug power cord into wall. Let's see if we can find a spot. What is that? That's just a random ass cord. Unplug it. Random ass plug, unplugged. There we go. All right. Prague cable plugged into power in the United States. Hopefully it doesn't get crazy. Power cord into printer. And flip switch and watch screen. So, flip switch. Updating firmware. Flash. Oh, that's right. The touchscreen portion is not enabled by default. You got to clicky. It is currently verifying the firmware, and now it is flashing the firmware at 6%. All right. On that note, we coffee. It's not hot. It's been sitting for quite a while. 23%, 24%, 25, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30%. 40%. 50%. 60%. 70%. 80%. 90%. 100%. Bootloader 2.3.4. Looking for BFF. Updating bootloader. Rebooting. Bootloader 2.3.5. Well, that was weird. It said 2.3.4. Now it says 2.3.5. Installing. Oh, now it's installing 2.3.5. Are you guys ready for the pre-flight check? Let me plug back in the docky dock. Let's see if I can actually make that work. Let's see if I can find the cable back here in this rat's nest of crap. Ta-da! Okay. Let's see. There we go. That's plugged back in. Let's tuck this back down behind. Can you guys hear my mic okay? I'm using my wireless mic, and, well, sometimes wireless mic doesn't work as well. Drop this in here. Drop this in here. We'll start cleaning up the table in a minute. Get all this crap out the way. Let's turn the Prusa this way. Don't knock over the rook. Don't be a jerk. Okay, it beeped. It did things. Let's see if we can get you guys to be able to see stuff. Put that there. Let's move on over here now. And working well. Thank you, Viking. Thank you. Let's go to Benchcam. Of course, it's mad right now, so let's go to sources. Go to IPvo. Go to properties. Click here. Click on this. Let's hit deactivate and reactivate. And there it is. All right. Click OK. There we go. Let's turn it a little bit, maybe. That's a very sturdy table. Okay. Can I get you guys any closer? Not really. That's about all you're getting. Okay. It's about as focused as it gets. Anyway, now we gotta, let's see, is touch working? No, touch is not working. So we want English, because I speak English. Not very well. All right, click OK. Printer type, Mark IV, nozzle, 0.4, neck extruder, silicone sock. No silicone sock. Neck extruder, stock, and done. Okay, let's see something real quick. You're on there by the feet. You're not. So I'm going to have to turn it back, guys, because I got to make sure the feet are going to be on here because I want to make sure it does its thing. Scan for networks, enter manually, load config from file, or do not connect to Wi-Fi for now. Self-test. All right, here we go. Before we continue, please make sure that the printed sheet is installed on the keyboard. It is. Fans are up to speed. While we're doing that, let's pick up all this miscellaneous screws and such. The things that are in packages we'll kind of pick up first, because we're going to load the spare parts bag with all this extra stuff. I just want to make sure the stuff that's in bags, though, is in bags. Okay. What are we doing? Checking switch fans. Fan test in progress. Good. There we go. There we go. Z maxed out. Slammed into the side. Coming back to the other side. Look at it go. It's doing stuff. I didn't break it. Yay. Let's turn this up a little more. There you go. Hey, look, you guys can see the backpack printer back there. Or parts of the backpack printer. Ha. Let's grab tools here. These are my nippers. But these are... That's the school's screwdriver. Sorry, guys. I bumped the cable. Let's get all these tools picked up here. That up there, those up there, that up there. Grab the tools, alignment parts and tools. All right. During this test, okay, attention. The test has failed. This could be because of a wrong configuration. Would you like to revise your printer's config? Yeah, sure. Okay, well, it is a Mark IV. Mark 4S, Mark 3.9, 3.9S. Nope, it is a Mark IV. Nozzle is good. No silicone sock. Neck extruder is stock. And done. Do you wish to retry the failed self-test? Yes. I don't know what the hell part of it would have failed, but we also had it smacked clean up against the side. Nothing was centered. It is just banging itself off the side there a bunch of times. Printer may vibrate and get noisier. There we go. Touched against the side. Okay. Well, we're going to let it ride. See what happens. There's not much lubricant left. But we'll find the other tip. We'll stick them together in this bag here with what little bit of lubricant is left. It may just be because I didn't have everything centered. We'll find out. Finally caught a stream, Zany. Good to see you, brother. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, I just must not have had everything more centered. Now it touched. It did its thing. It's going to come down again. We'll see what happens. Maybe I got it right. Maybe I got it wrong. Moving up. There we go. We will need you to help with this test. Please make sure, or wait, you will be asked to tap the nozzle. Don't worry, it's going to be cold. Okay, I won't worry. Ready? Let's go. Here we go. Continue. Okay, did you not tap the nozzle, or wait, okay, do not tap the nozzle, or you tapped too soon. Okay, continue. Tap the nozzle on beep. Oh, okay. There we go. Wait, okay. Retry. I guess I missed the nozzle. There we go. Load cell passed. Good. There we go. I just didn't have myself lined up right, guys. Let's see here. Let's go through all these bits and bobs and pieces. Pretty much at this point. I'm going to see if I can find one empty bag. Here, you know what? This bag will work. There we go. What are we prepping now? Nozzle heater check. Okay, now it's testing the nozzle. Let's see if I hooked the nozzle up right, or I hooked up the love board correctly. Let me put it that way. But Zany Zach, it is good to see you, sir. This is what it does. It bangs its head so that you don't have to bang yours. Yes, Digital Dragon. Very true, sir. Very true. A couple of M3 by 6s. We're going to throw these in here because, you know, why not? Get all these miscellaneous random screws all picked up real quick. Get all this crap off this table so that when it starts its proper test, all this crap is not on the table. But yeah, Zany Zach, we're just smelling burning plastic, or burning hot end right now. It's warming up so I can smell it. Once I'm done with this, we're going to print some test prints. We're going to print a print. We're going to print a print. Then after the print is printed, then I have some top secret stuff to work on, Digital Dragon. I think you know what I'm talking about. Ha 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 ha. Zany, I have been better, good sir. I'm not going to lie. I have been better, but I am still functioning. Can't complain. Even if I do, nobody cares to listen. Just ask my lovely missus. She never hears me. All right, let's see. That can all go in there. This box will be the box that will go back to the school with the printer. All of this goes in the burn pit. This box will go back to the school. It has the miscellaneous bits and bobs. Get this, grab this. All of this goes with this, and this can get the heck out of here. There. Look at me being a responsible human being and doing responsible human being things. Well, we're waiting for that to finish. Let's pull the plaque that we finished out. Ta-da! All right. Oh, wait, here we go. The gearbox calibration is only necessary for user assembled and service gearbox. All other cases, you can skip this. We are not going to skip this. We are going to continue. Before we proceed, make sure filament is unloaded from the extruder. Continue. Okay. Rotate the screw counterclockwise by 1.5 turns. The screw heads should be flush with the cover. Unlock and open the idler. Okay. The screw heads should be flush. Well, we need tools we just put away. Okay. We need tools. We need the proper tool here. Don't be a fool. Grab your tool. It's smashed in the bottom. Off axis. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. All right. So these screws should be flush with the cover. Okay. There we go. Flush with the cover. And then pop the thing open. There we go. Now, continue.
Gearbox alignment in progress. Please wait approximately 20 seconds. Okay. It is spinning. I see spinach. Because just like Popeye, I am what I am. Okay. Gearbox is spinning. We're going to let it align itself because I assembled it. So we want to make sure it's aligned properly. Good morning and happy Canadian Thanksgiving, friends. Well, good sir, I hope your Canadian Thanksgiving goes wonderfully. Okay. Tighten the M3 screws firmly in the correct order. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. There we go. All right. Tighten firmly. Close the idler door. There we go. And continue. There we go. We need to start without the filament in the extruder. Please make sure that there is no filament in the extruder. Continue. Is filament in the sensor? No, there is no filament in the sensor. There we go. Insert filament into the extruder until the filament sensor detects filament. Okay, well, guess what? Pesriwinkle is right here and ready to rock and roll. So we'll throw this on there, drop it through, and we're loading the Pesriwinkle. Okay, filament inserted. Press continue. Calibrate, do not remove filament. Remove filament. There we go. Filament sensor calibrated. All right, happy printing. Continue. That's weird because it didn't go through all the crazy pre-check stuff that I would kind of remember. But there we go. Let's load some filament. Ta-da! All right. It is PLA. Okay. Here's the plaques I'm making. You guys see that now. So let's put this one in the container. I'm going to get right in your way with my bald spot, guys. Okay, put that one in there. I think I need to open another box. We're going through these things, man. Let's see. We got to move the rook in this. So we'll move the rook in this. You stay there. Oh, there we go. There we go. Waiting for temp. Let's grab a scritchy, scratchy, sticky, stabby. Right? Scritchy, scratchy, sticky, stabby. All right. There we go. Did the color change correctly? Yes. All right. Oh, hey, let's do something real quick. Whoa, whoa, whoa. 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 Holy Shazbot. There we go. You go up there. Let's go into settings and user interface and touch. There we go. All right. Now, return. Now, let's just see. Ready? Print. Oh, touchscreen works. Let's do a 10-minute keychain. Let's see. Yeah. Let's print the Prusa keychain. It's the original print that they usually send on the print bed anyway to show you that your printer works. So when you get it pre-assembled, they usually send you the keychain. If you didn't know, now you know. If you did know, well, I told you again. I got to wipe off the surfaces because sometimes this coating gets a little crystallized on here and the laser acts a little funny with it. I got to get in your way, guys. Deal with it. Deal with it. I got to line this up. with my pre-made marks on my bench. Let's see. That should be good about there. Let's go ahead and look at it go. Awesome. Let's go back over this way and click on File, Import. We just left off on that one. So let's get this one now. Yeah, we just finished hers. So click here, delete, click here. There we go. And there we go. There we go. And frame it. I'm doing two things at once, guys. I'm multitasking. Yep, we're good. And fire the laser. Laser is off. Get these out the way. You know, you want to see what happens when I'm bored at my job? I make random stuff. You do, sir. That's awesome. All right. Here we go. I may have to tighten the tension screws a little bit more, but we'll see. We're going to let this thing fire away. We didn't actually wipe down the build plate, so let's just see if this goes without fail. And by go without fail, I mean it's going to fail. I'm pretty sure. Let's take out this last box of plaques and set them here. I better be getting close to the end. I'm almost out of plaques. Put that up there in the pile of things to be burned to get more space in here. Now let's grab the Ender 3 that'll be back on the bench here soon. Put this over here on the chair off the floor. Whoops. Whoopsie. Toasty. There we go. Oh my goodness. So much room for activities. Hey. Work is done. Not too many of you may know. Ooh, let's see. Oh my goodness. It actually looks pretty good for the first layer. Holy shit. I'll probably have the only Pezriwinkle Prusa tag in existence. Bet you Pez herself doesn't even have one of these. I'm going to have the only one. What's the laser? It is the longer Ray 5. I believe it's the 10 watt. If Tripod was here, he could refresh my memory. But I think it's the 10 watt longer Ray 5. It was given to me by Mr. Tripod. Yes. And I put it to work making plaques for my daughter's volleyball team every year. It's something we do. And it's biting me in the ass right now because we do it for free. We give them to the girls, but it costs us money. And I borrowed money from my mother-in-law to get this done. And now my mother-in-law needs the money back tomorrow to pay a bill. And I am broke today. And I got paid 2 days ago. Surprise. That thing is cooking. Look at that. This is a part for the Rook because it's printed in the planetary blue. Speaking of, thank you, Jason at LDO Motors, for sending out my Rook kit, or for getting me a Rook kit. Thank you to KB3D for sending it out to me. KB3D is the one sending me my Rook kit. And then I'm going to build my Rook 2020 and my LDO frame that Jason from LDO sent me, because Jason from LDO is amazing. Thank you, Jason, for being an awesome human being and supporting small idiot content creators. like myself. And by like myself, I mean myself. I am the only idiot content creator in the space. Everyone else is way more intelligent than me, and I love you all. But there is Planetary Blue. It is the mount for the dragon burner for the Rook, so I can put a dragon burner on it. I'm going to make a Planetary Blue and Galactic Green, because that's what I'm doing. Where did my little box of parts for the Rook go? Got some printed parts for the Rook right here. There we go. LDO motors, Bomb Tech. There we go. Put that in there. Ta-da! Now put all this back together. There we go. Put all this back with the Rook so it doesn't get lost. Ta-da! There. Stay. Close that so I don't break those off again. A couple of not so good boards. The plan is to turn the Rook 2020 LDO kit into the new backpack printer and then rock a Rook 2020 LDO. It's going to be sweet. That's going to be pretty freaking sweet, dudes. Coffee is delicious. Coffee is my life's blood. Coffee is what keeps me functioning. Yeah. It's insanity here, not intelligence. Yes. You have the upgrade kit for the Mark 3S to the Mark IV in the back of my mind. Just can't bring yourself to do it. Do you have the kit? You just can't bring yourself to tear down your Mark 3S and turn it into a Mark 4? Or you want to get the kit and do it? Because I'm not going to lie. The Mark 3 to the Mark 4, having worked with a couple of Mark 3S Pluses at work, and then also having a couple of Mark 4s, and now having built this Mark 4, I do like it. Don't have the kit, just can't bring yourself to do it. Yeah, the price tag is a bit steep. I mean, to upgrade is a bit steep. Realistically, just if you can, I know that money is tight for everyone, but if you can, just buy a Mark 4. Keep the Mark 3. Convert the Mark 3 into a bear. Do a bear build. If I can work it out and acquire the printer that this one is replacing, if I can make that happen, then I plan to do a bear build. I'll either take extrusions I have and cut them down and make my own frame, or I'll see if a certain company that has 3 letters in their name has a old bear kit. It'd be sweet if they had one in space gray. I'm not gonna lie. If they had a bear kit in space gray laying around, oh, I would totally make a space gray bear. What color scheme should we go with? We've got the purple and green space gray Hulk switch wire. We're gonna have the planetary blue and galactic green Rook 2020 down there. So we'll have to figure out, if we go space gray frame, what colors we should go with for the bear, if they have a space gray frame. The bear printer is still being worked on at the makerspace by Chris. Yeah, I don't know what he did to it. You have a bear, don't use it as much because the self-test failure. Tried bear firmware and still failed, so I just parked it. Steven, what I ended up doing is honestly, the bears. What I ended up doing, man, is when I built my bear, I actually installed a clipper on it. It's got a Big Tree Tech board in it. It has the SKR this guy right here. The SKR Mini, or no, the SKR 3 EZ. So I have another one of those here, so I might actually just replicate what I did. But yeah, it was a fun printer and I enjoyed it. But I ended up having to sell it at Murph so that I could make it home. I took a hit on that, but thankfully, you know, I got home. Hey, it's almost done. It's at 84%, guys. It was a 10-minute print. The cool part is, I'm just going to use all the test files for the thing I got to do. Let's see. But there we go. Hesry Winkle. Got plenty of this left. Can we do that thing? We stripped it. Ta-da! One test print successful. Off axis, what you linking me to there, bud? It's a YouTube video. Oh. Thanksgiving SNL skit. The Bears. Yeah. I would watch that, but I don't want to get dinged. But thank you, sir. I will check it out again later. Just because it's an oldie but a goodie. 94%, 95%. It's a nice quick little print. Oh, my back hurts. But there we go, guys. The printer is up and printing. One weekend project complete. Now I have something in my hand here now that I just picked up that I can't show you, that I have to test. I might have to test it on a printer. Hey, it's done. 99%. Look at that. The lights are lighting up. It's green. It's telling me it's done. Look at that. Ta-da. See the green under there? Look at that. My hand is turning green. I'm the Hulk. Love that skit. Yes, I do, good sir, as well. Oldies but goodies. All right. Take off the sheet. There's the print. Wait, there we go. Let me see if I can focus a little more now. There it is. Looks good. I need to set this one aside real quick. And there we go. Now let's go ahead and go back. Let's go to home. Let's go to print. What else we got on here? We have a 26-minute benchy. Keychain dual color. Filament guides. 47 minutes for the filament guides. 25-minute something. What was it? Oh, spatula. The rocket engine, which is 7 hours, 20 minutes. We're going to do the rocket engine right now. The alpaca is 5 hours and 3 minutes. We're not going to do the alpaca right now. I will do them, though, because I will need them. We can do a 26-minute benchy. What do you think? Should we do a 26-minute benchy? Or should we do the spatula is 25 minutes? Let's do the benchy. Why not? 26-minute benchy. Let's let it rip. Let's clean the build plate real quick here before it starts printing. Get all the schmutz off of the bed from my fingers. Make sure that's locked in place, and it is. All right, print. We're gonna do a 26-minute benchy now. There we go. Shane, what's going on, man? It works. It works. It works. Yes, it does. I gotta take my marker here. We'll grab this one. Got to write on the back of this. There we go. Ta-da! Take this downstairs. Gotta head over to Coex, see if they still accept their old spools. Yeah. Yeah, Coex is right down the street from you, so that's an easy one, bud. I don't blame you. Go to Coex, have some fun. Get some Coex while you're at it. Okay. There we go. I can finally bring my chair back in here and sit down on my big comfy chair. Ta-da! Let's roll the big comfy chair in. Ta-da! All right, big comfy chair. All right, sit down, kick my feet up, let the printer print. There we go. Look at that. Now I'm just gonna sit here and be a bum, chat with you guys. Oh, buddy Bruce, what do you say? Nice. There we go. Sorry guys, just had to respond to a message. Just going through to see. Sweet. Uh-oh. Benchy left a little worm behind, or a little snot, a little dribble. It's okay. We're gonna let it ride and see what happens. See how it picks up and takes off it for 26 minutes. Yeah, that's the plan. Just got to see if I have any more spools hiding. Yeah. I don't blame you, good sir. I would too. Like I said, if I had a filament manufacturer nearby, I'd probably work for them. Because I'm not moving. I could start my own, right? Who'd want to buy filament from an idiot like me? I wouldn't. But there we go. Printer is a printing. I'm excited. It's quiet, it's fast. It's currently purging a little extra grease from the bearings, which is funny because my bearings look just like the picture, but there's a little bit of extra grease smushing out. But that's okay. There it goes. Just whipping along. I'd buy your filament. I'd like that logo green. Yeah. I would love it if I could get a company to do the Maker My Nexus green, and that'd be pretty sweet. I know that the Maker coins that K2 Kevin did for me looked pretty good. That color green he used was pretty cool. But there's a company that hit me up and said, "Hey, we're a white box. Basically, they sell their own filament, but they white box for a lot of people." And they're like, "Yeah." They wanted me to. I asked them about getting a sample roll just to check out of one color because I was thinking about branding it as Maker My Nexus. But when I hit them up for the sample spool, If I ordered a spool of filament, it would cost me like 30 some bucks for one roll. To get a sample spool was going to cost me 50 some dollars to get a sample spool. It's filament that they already make, that's already on their line. I would just buy direct from them and then sell it to you guys, and they would basically, I would then, it would just be branded as my filament being sold white box by them. They wanted 50 some dollars for something I can buy off the site for like 30 bucks a roll. I'm like, come on. And the worst part was, it wasn't a full kilogram. It wasn't even a full kilogram spool. It was like either a 250 or a 500 gram spool, and they wanted 50 bucks for a sample spool. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Oh yeah, it was cover the shipping. Like the sample spool, this is the crazy part. Are you ready, Shane? This sample spool, it was like a 500 gram spool, was like $18. And then the shipping was like 40 bucks. It was like 30, 40 bucks for the shipping for one freaking spool. It was like 50 some dollars. I'm like, this is insane, and it's not even a full freaking spool. I was like, how can you expect people to want to like do that if that's how you're going to treat them out the gate? Like, come on. Especially since I'd be ordering this shit by the pallet because I'd have to, because they're not going to sell me, 10 or 20 rolls for any kind of a discount that would make it worth buying the stuff and then reselling it, because then I wouldn't make any money reselling the shit. It's just insane. Like, it'd be a different story if I already had a store set up. I was looking to just get, some filament that I could just sell outright to you guys and say, hey, look, if you guys are interested in getting Maker My Nexus green, or look at that fly. Look at that annoying little bastard on the camera up there. He's right up there on the camera. He's like currently showing you guys the goods. This stream's going to get flagged for inappropriateness because it's showing fly bits. Get off the flipping camera. Get. Oh. I'm sure you probably do. It's already blurred. Yeah. I'm sure you do, Shane. They're one of the bigger ones that another company uses in the 3D printing space. They buy a lot of their different colors that they've rebranded their house brands. But they've got some cool colors. And one of them was a green to black. I think it was green, black, and silver. It was like a tricolor. I was going to get that, and it was either green to black. It was either a green and black dual extrusion or a green, black, and tri extrusion. I can't remember exactly now. This was a couple months ago, but get the Maker My Nexus, and I was just going to get kind of get a feel for it, see if they'd want to buy it, and if so, then I was going to basically sell out of that, and then order more, and then sell out of that, and then order more. Mic's starting to go to shit. Oh, hold on, here we go. Is it better now? Sometimes the mic in the pocket thing doesn't work very well. I gotta set it up. Is it better though? I'm waiting to see if you say it's better now. Yeah, that's better. Okay, thank you, Shane. But yeah, so I was thinking about doing that just as a way to kind of offset a little bit, make a little bit of money, Not a lot, obviously, because there's not going to be a big markup on that. If I want to sell the shit, I'm not going to have a big markup. I'm not going to try and charge a premium for not so premium blended filament, because the company mass produces this shit. But I figured, 30 bucks a roll would have been nice, $29.99 for, a nice tri-blend with the Maker My Nexus on it. And it gets to the point where I'm just selling them, if I order a pallet of this shit, have it sit in the garage and ship them out as people order them type of thing. But Yeah, if you're trying to hook somebody to buy your product and you're charging them $50 for a sample spool that's not even a full kilogram spool, I'm sorry. I don't think that's cool. And I mean, I get it. Like if I was going to go to one of the filament manufacturers and say, "Hey guys, howdy from your maker lab. What's going on off axis? Hopefully the maker lab is like popping off today." But I like if I was going to go to, Polymaker, Printed Solid, Coex, one of those guys and say, "Hey guys, I got this idea for a filament. This is what I want to do. Can you guys work with me on that?" I get it. It's time. So to pay, $1,000 to have them, or whatever it is, to have them come up with a custom filament, for me specifically, and then have to order a minimum batch run, I get that kind of stuff. But if this is something you've already got on your production line, this is something you're already running and you're white labeling it or white boxing it and sending it out to me for me to brand up my way and then ship out the door, come on. That's insane. It's not like I'm asking you to reinvent the wheel. You've already done the work. I just want to stick my name on it and send it out the door. But I can tell you the company was not Polymaker. So don't think it was Polymaker, guys, because it wasn't. This is another kind of offshore, off-brand. They're not off-brand, but there's a lot of companies that use them for their custom, filament. So yeah, like $50 for a demo of something you already run is just insane. I wasn't expecting to get something for free. I get that. But when you want to ship me one spool of filament and you're going to charge me more than you're going to charge me, and it's only a half kilogram spool and not a full kilogram, no, I'll pass. So like I said, if I ever down the road decided to, like, if this ever made enough money, I would love to do a custom spool. I mean, realistically, I would love the opportunity to be able to partner with a company that wants to do that and wants to just basically stick my face on the spool, or not my face, but stick the MMN on the spool, and you know, maybe I get a little kickback for it. I promote it, they sell it, and I get a little kickback off of that. That'd be nice. You know, hell, I'd be good with making $1 a spool. Pay me $1 a spool, sell the shit, and everybody's happy. Working on printing ASA on your Ender 3v2. It seems to print good on your Troncy. Yeah, ASA thankfully is a bit more forgiving than ABS. So ASA tends to work a little bit better on different types of printers. That one fly, I'm gonna kill you just out of spite because you won't quit showing the internet your junk, you little pervert. One fly in this room, he's just like a little pervert, just like, everybody look at my dick. But yeah, we're at 45% done, guys. Once this little benchy is done, then I think I'm gonna print the spatula, and then we'll wrap this stream up. I'll let you guys get back to doing your thing and enjoying your day. I'm gonna see if my mom's awake yet. I gotta go over and help her out. Her tablet's messing up, and while I'm there, I'll probably steal the ride mower from them and come back and mow my yard, get that done. But we'll get the bench, and then we'll probably print the spatula. And then I'll probably print like the big rocket engine and the alpaca, print all their test models. And then I'll make the change I need to make to this, because I'll have a couple of test prints in. They were all sliced with their stuff. I'll probably slice something myself too. I will actually. I'm going to do a Dapper Dan duck. So I'll slice a Dapper Dan duck too, throw that at it. And then I'll put the other thing on there that I need to put on there, and I'll run that. And then once that's done, I'll either leave it on there and not tell the school and let them use it, or I'll switch it back and keep it on the off chance that one day I ever get a Mark IV to use it. But I think I'll leave it on there because it'll be a good test for me. because I'll be able to kind of look at the stuff they're doing. Like I said, I can't tell you guys much about it. Just know that it may have already been spoken about from said company. They may have already released info on it, which makes no sense to me that you start a beta test, you give people stuff in the beta, and you tell them, here you go, and then not even a week after you've given them the stuff, you've already talked about it on your social media platforms. It makes no sense. Don't create a beta group and have your beta testers get stuff and not even have a week to test it before you're already announcing it. That's just silliness. Like, give them time to do something before you go talking about it. Because hell, I haven't even filled out my my report yet. I don't know if you guys know how beta testing works, but most companies, when you beta test something, they send you the items they want you to test. They send you a form that you're supposed to fill out with how your test went, the things you did, how it worked out, what you did, and then they're supposed to take that info in, look through that info, get your feedback, and then make any tweaks or changes that need to be made. And then, you know, they either send you the revisions, which I've never gotten any revisions, or if it's good, then they run with it. Who did what? Yes, I know. Enough money in my PayPal. My PayPal is empty, you dickbag. Why would you try to take money out of my PayPal? I don't have money in my PayPal. I don't even know what it was for. Does it tell me? No. Activity. No, it doesn't tell me. However, if I hit track package, West 3D. Oh, that's that roll of ambrosia. Yes. 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 Right. I don't know. You're just a number on my phone. You're not saved as a name in my phone. I would know. You know, the with this is for the they sent with it. I was zany. I love it, man. I've been printing with it for a while. Are printed in LDO Rook. Those are all printed in ambrosia. I've been liking it. It's the planetary blue. I think that's actually the only ambrosia I own, though, so I can't all of it. Sorry. But what I was saying, though, is like, I wish they'd actually send white lithium grease for this part instead of giving you the bearing grease that they use and telling you to squirt some bearing grease up in here. A little bit of white lithium grease, I think, would be a better option up there. So I may have to order some white lithium grease for the school so that I can take those covers off and put a little bit of white lithium grease in there. Because just the standard bearing grease, I just don't think that's good enough. And I know the white lithium grease tends to be a little bit better for that, you know. You have the Galactic Black ASA coming for the Verondo. Sweet. Yeah, the Galactic Black seems like a pretty cool color. I'm thinking that what I may end up doing if I ever, you know, get a chance to build a Trident, I want to do probably the Galactic Black for, you know, certain parts, and then do the accent parts in I like that planetary blue. I don't know why. I got the Galactic Green coming though, because for the Rook I'm going to do the galactic green accents for like the just some accent parts in the galactic green. So it'll be the planetary blue and galactic green. So I got that coming from West, and I got again, Jason from LDO is sending me the Rook Mark 1 kit from KB3D. So, or it's being shipped by KB3D. So that's pretty sweet. Chris says he's going to get it out today. We'll see about that because being it's Columbus / Indigenous Peoples Day, I don't know that post offices are open. So yeah. It is a popping color blue. Yeah, I do like that planetary blue. I really do. I just something about it. I mean, the little bit of glitter and it's kind of a lighter blue. It's just cool. I like it. And I think with the galactic green, it will look pretty cool. And then once I figure out how to fasten it into the cage for the backpack printer, I think it'll be pretty freaking sweet. UPS is open today. All right. I'm not going to complain no matter what, man. I mean, I like I said before, I got lucky and got in with the Rook project a long time ago. Probably around the same time as Zombie. He was probably involved in it longer than me, to be honest with you. I'm sure he was. But I got involved with the Rook project back in the good old day there, and it was just before Canrog had actually released the 2020. When I started checking out or not just before, it was before Canrog came out with the 2020. I saw the Rook and I was like, that's pretty sweet, and kind of followed it. I didn't really talk much in the community. I just was following it. And then Canrog came out with the 2020 mod for it, and I was like, oh hell yeah! Now I can definitely get behind this printer because not that I don't trust 3D printed parts, but I like a rigid frame. So when he had come out with the 2020 mod for it, I was like, hell yeah, that's awesome. And I had been just following Canrog and talking with him, and then Fabrico released the Rook kits, and they had the 2020 frame add-on, and I talked with Hector. Jim from the Edge of Tech and I were talking with Hector at Murph 2 years ago. Hector said, yeah, I'll send you out a frame. So he sent me the frame, and then it took me a while, but I ended up buying the Rook kit from Fabrico. So I bought the Rook kit and built it up. Zany Zach sent me a picture on Discord. See what you said. Zany Zach sent me 2 images on Discord. Nice. That's a pretty sweet apple. Zany Zach is obviously making something for work. Nightmare fuel. Yeah, it's an interesting one, good sir. But yeah, so Fabrico, I bought the kit. Fabrico, finished building that one, and then when Canrog was looking for a hot end, I was part of the beta with Fadus for the router that hot end that they came out with, and I was having good luck with it. And once they finally lifted it and we could talk about it, I printed that video, I put out that video of my Rook spitting filament out at like 70 plus millimeters a second. Well, 70 plus, what was it? Yeah, 70 plus millimeter. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But it was shooting out filament at 70 plus. And he was like, that's pretty sweet. I said, yeah, let me talk to Fadus for you. So I reached out to them and I told him this is what he's working on. He's trying to do speed testing with it. And he saw the luck I had with my hot end. And I'm pushing that with, or at the time I was pushing it with a What extruder was I using? I was using their micro extruder. Yeah. Anyway, I was pushing with just this tiny little extruder, and it was just going crazy. Mike misbehaving again. Sorry, Maddie. Is it better now? Let me hold this up in the air. Is it better now? This is the one that keeps acting up. Give me a second. Let me switch. There we go. Is that better? Hopefully it's better now. This one I think is the better one. I got to put a little mark on there that lets me know that that one's the bad one. But yeah. And so I reached out to Vedas though for Canrog, and he's been using it, doing his speed tests and stuff he's been doing on his work 2020. And then as part of that, Jason knew that I was part of the group. We'll see. Yeah. Jason knew that I was part of the group for the Rooks, so when the LDO kits were a talk, not a thing yet, Jason said something about, I said something to him about, I'd love to try one out since I've been part of the community for a little while. It'd be cool to get one, or at least let me know when they're going to be available and where. And he said, we'll send you one out. Well, then the Rook kits became available, and a couple people were receiving theirs, and he was like, I just messaged him the other night and said, hey, am I still going to get, or, can I get one of them Rook kits? And he said, I told you yes. And I was like, yeah. He goes, oh, I haven't followed up with you. Yeah, let me work on that. And within 10 minutes, he had already gotten a hold of Chris at KB3D and got me one, got one ready to go. So Chris is working on getting that out today. So again, props to Jason for taking care of an idiot with a webcam and a microphone who's part of this 3D printing space and being a cool supporter of the dumb things I do. So thank you, Jason. That's why if other people have bad experiences with LDO, I don't know how they could, because Jason is very much making sure that people are taken care of to the best of his ability. He can't do everything. And that's why, when he told me, he's like, oh yeah, I told you yes, and realized he hadn't contacted me on it for a while and we hadn't talked about it. I'm not upset, man. I understand the dude's got a lot going on. And that's I think that's part of the reason why a lot of people kind of lose their what should I say here? Like, bonds get lost because people don't understand that people have things going on, and even though they tell you something, they may have things going on. I mean, hell, there was just Rocky Mountain Murph and 3D Printopia, and Jason's getting ready for Smurf. There's all these things going on. People can't expect them to be number one priority. I mean, you're in a list. You know what I'm saying? Great guy, absolutely, yeah. Parts for prototyping, and I'm basically a nobody. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Maddie. Like, if you have an idea, you bring it to Jason. If Jason thinks it's going to be a fit for them, he will be more than happy to support you. If not, he will tell you. I took a vacation day today, Happy, because it's Columbus Day / Indigenous Peoples Day here in the U.S., and it's also Canadian. It's also Canadian Thanksgiving, so I'm going to blame the fact that Marcel made it Canadian Thanksgiving that I needed a day off too. But there we go, guys. 26-minute benchy printed on that bad boy in the Pesriwinkle. JPP, I'm doing good, sir. I saw you in here. I'm sorry. I'm just kind of spacing out. I got to make a little mark on here. There we go. All right. We're going to throw a spatula at this thing in its stock form. Touchscreen works. I love that. All right. Let's go to print. And let's print the spatula now. Might as well. Whoops. Spatula. And print. There we go. We're basically just throwing a bunch of prints at this thing now, because why not? Right? Yeah. You're driving home or you're driving home in about 15 minutes. Okay, cool. Pretty clean. Home for lunch. Nice, happy. Enjoy your lunch. Hopefully it's delicious. But yes, enjoying a vacation day today. I took a vacation day since I get now Juneteenth off instead. Yeah, I do need to print a fly swatter. Yeah. It's a Prusa, it'll be fine. Yeah. That's kind of how I feel. And it's a Prusa that I built. That's the scary part. But I'm going to let it do its thing. We're going to let it print. And then once it's done, we're going to let this run some prints. Once it's done, I got to do something to the machine that I can't talk about. And then once that's done, then I got to do some, basically I'm going to redo what I'm doing here. I got one file I got to slice and I got to set up and slice for it so that I have at least one of my own sliced files on there to see how it turns out. But yeah, I'm going to let this thing just kind of run and do its thing and kind of go from there. All right. This plaque is done. I'm going to start one more plaque. I'm going to let this spatula print, and then we'll wrap the stream. I'll let you guys get back to your day. Not that I'm keeping you here against your will or anything. Don't you leave. Stay forever. The thing you can't talk about works well for me. Good. I'm glad to hear yours is working well, sir. That gives me hope. That gives me hope. I got to get in your way, guys. You got to load a box. Okay. Now we got to grab another blank. And this is what I'm talking about. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but yeah, you see the little glittery flake and the white dust on here? This stuff does this weird thing, and then I have to wipe that off because the laser doesn't like it. So I've got this really, really high quality like towel that I use. Called my sleeve. But give it a quick wipe down, get everything cleaned off, and then I hit it again after the fact and wipe the laser residue off. But yeah, so Digital Dragon, I'm gonna basically rerun the stock stuff, and then I'm gonna do a sliced file or two of my own to have for comparisons. You know, oh, Super Secret Club. Yeah, Happy. Aren't you in that Super Secret Club too, Happy? I don't remember if Happy's in that Super Secret Club too or not. If he's not, maybe one day we'll be able to get Happy in there. Or as I like to say, the super awesome, like the super cool kid club, you know. There's that, there's that. And there's that. Okay. Ooh, I might have just left some schmutz on my face. You know, using a semi-silk filament is really great for a scraper because it's not. Yes, I am. That's what I thought. So Happy, you and Digital Dragon both know what I got to do. So this is kind of a Happy, like a I got lucky kind of a situation. In the sense that this device was made available to me. Import. We just finished that one. Wait. Yes, I think that's the one we just finished. Let me look. Yes, that was the one we just finished. So I got to do that one. There we go. Click on here. There we go. There we go. Come down here, grab this, shove it back in the corner. And then make sure that's lined up. It is. Good. Now let's frame it. Looks good. Firing away. 1 second, Digital Dragon. I just want to fire the laser. What do we got here? Since you would, print that out and make your life easier for the thing we are not talking about. Gotcha, good sir. I will do that for the thing we don't talk about. So I will go check my Discords here in a little bit and do that. Let's see, do I have Discord open? I do. Don't switch. You guys can't see my Discord, so we're good. Ah. I see, good sir. Yes. Let me print that out. That will definitely make my life a whole lot easier. So thank you, sir. Thank you for that. Let me minimize my Discord now so I don't accidentally show anything. Yes. Laser is lasering. Printer is printing. It is giving me some good prints. These are looking beautiful. You know, the benchy, typical 26-minute benchy. There's some little imperfections, but nothing crazy. A little bit of ringing, but, to be expected from a Dan-built printer. And then there's the original. You're back. Going to switch to the laptop. A few minutes. Just got home. All right. We're not going to be streaming much longer. I'm going to let this But yeah, I definitely think that I'm going to need to get some white lithium grease for in there instead. Anybody against white lithium grease on those gears? Please let me know why. But I'm thinking white lithium grease would have been a better option to send, but they didn't send it. It was just the bearing grease was the only thing that was in there. There was no, nothing else. But I do think that the extruder would probably benefit from white lithium grease in there. Maybe, just maybe, that'll be a test I'll have to do, huh? Mine works perfectly well with the included grease. Okay. I don't know. I was always kind of like a fan of white lithium grease when it came to, gears like that. But if the stock grease is good enough, I'll let it ride. I may put a little more grease in there because the little bits that they said, I'm not saying pack the thing with grease. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying they said put like a couple of dabs, like according to the install instructions, they're like, put a couple of dabs here and here. I'm like, wow, that's really all the grease you want to put on that? But yeah, so the laser is lasering, the printer is printing. I should start, but I want to wait for the other color to get here before I print some of the other parts, because I got to finish printing the parts for the Rook. And again, it's ASA, so, Yeah, it doesn't require a ton of grease on the planetary gears. Yeah. But, hey, what can I say? So far, this thing is printing. So at least I did that right. It's so far we've gotten 3 for 3. I like blue grease for high temperatures. Gabs, yeah, it's it is in a high temperature situation, I guess. It does have the hot end below it, but that fan does a pretty good job of keeping it cooler. I noticed something. In the instructions for the fan, it only told me to put 2 screws in the fan. So there's only 2 screws here. Did it ever say to put the other 2 in and I just missed that step? Almost burnt some Solval SV06 orbital gears with some white grease. I understand. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, I do know the high temp blue grease you speak of. I have worked in a couple of like fab shops or like machine shops and stuff back in the day. So I'm familiar with the thick blue grease. You're a grease? Good morning, Science Sniper. Good to see you. That stuff pretty bad for you. LOL. Yes. Yes, yes, it can be. Don't eat it. So, Science Sniper got the printer built today. Only took me, I've been streaming for 3 hours and 12 minutes, and I think I was about 2 hours, about an hour and 45 in or so when I got it all done and we did our pre-flight checks. And about the last hour, it's been, run the pre-flight check, calibration stuff, and now we're printing. So So there you have it, man. It is up. It is printing. It's 36% done already. It says about 11 minutes estimated remaining. And now all of a sudden it jumped to 15 minutes remaining. Print with, oh, print will end. But yeah. So we're going to let this thing go and print, and then I'm probably going to wrap this thing up when that's done. We'll let that finish. We'll wrap this thing up, and then I'm going to go adult for a little bit. Got to fix my mom's tablet that's been messing up on her. Probably grab a mower and do some grass cutting. Like I have Prusa, but they are so expensive. Or they... Yeah, well, like I said, this one's not for me. This is for the school. They bought it. I just decided to donate my time this weekend to build the printer. And part of the reason I donated my time is because I kind of need to borrow it anyway, so it works out great. Adulting sucks. Yes, it does, Digital Dragon. I got to go help mom and then mow some grass. Probably I got to finish making those plaques for the girls for the volleyball team. Plus, I'm going to throw a couple more. I think I'm just going to use those 3 prints as my base, and then I'm going to swap out the other thing and rerun those, and I'm going to slice a file or 2, something, and then throw those at it first before I swap the thing out, and then I'm going to swap the thing out and do the other thing. So... But I think, Digital Dragon, since you're still here, I think that once I'm done with my testing, I may just leave that thing in place and just, like I said, continue to use the unknowing class as a guinea pig for the duration of my testing. Because if it just works and they're none the wiser, why not continue to just eyeball their work and use their work as, because they don't understand and I can benefit from that. I wish we had a couple of other printers at my disposal that way as well, because then that could definitely help me out, On a side note, if anybody would like, PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, down there. Greatly appreciated if you could. If you can't, I get it. Oops, my chair rolled away again. Also, you can become a member of the channel if you want to become a member. Feel free to do so. It'll tell everybody in chat. Yeah, over there. It'll tell everybody over there in chat that you became a member. For the Formula One thing, yeah, dude, you're gonna, if you're gonna be printing massive parts for that, you may want to, like I said, hit up Elegoo and see if they could, if they happen to have an Orange Storm Giga sitting somewhere that they might be able to help you with. because you could definitely print some pretty big parts on that. And if not, that's fine too. You just have to do a lot more putting it together. Gabs, you just gifted 5 subs, or 5 memberships. Brother, thank you so much. That is awesome. Gabs, yes. Thank you for supporting my stupidity and forcing some people to become members of the channel. Greatly appreciate that. Hey, look at that, Steven, Bob Carnes, Happy. Look at that, Happy. You got one. Fix'em Dude got one. And Hank. Why, thank you very much, good sir. I know they all appreciate it. Yeah, use it as an apartment. Also, you can use it as a really, really big space heater. Winter is upon us, so yeah. Thanks for the live stream. No, Gabs, thank you for coming and hanging out and dealing with my stupidity, man. Like, honestly, this is my streams, and to be honest, like, more honest, Gabs, I'm not sure if you've caught anything in the past, but I mostly what I do here is, lately anyway, has been what I call the 3D printer rehab project. I take old 3D printers that people have laying around collecting dust, and I rebuild them, rehab them, bring them back to life, and then just give them away to people who can't afford to get into 3D printing. People kind of like myself that don't have a lot of money. Hence why my 3D printer collection is so small, because I can't afford to buy every printer I want. So that's why I have my Rook 2020, my K1, my Switchwire, the backpack printer I got from Mitch that I'm converting to a bigger backpack printer. The Under 3 behind me is one that was donated by JPP, Just Push Print. He donated it as a collab. I'm doing a bunch of work and streaming it over here, and then it'll be getting sent to him. The Ender 5 Mercury 1 that you see back there with the blue ears on it, maybe you can see it, maybe you can't. That is his as well. That'll be going back to him. There is a Lulzbot Mini sitting there that one day I'll do something with. And I have an ANET A8 Plus tucked back in the corner that's basically a sad excuse for a printer that one day we will get fixed, and then I will probably take that ANET A8 Plus and give that to someone as well. But yeah, my go-to printers right now are the K1 and the Switchwire, and then occasionally if I need it, I use the King Room that's in the backpack. Yeah, but that's my ultimate thing is I just like being able to give back to people. I did some lives on my channel here in Brazil. Good support to the community. Well, thank you, Gabs. I will definitely have to check you out, man. I'll have to check out the channel. So thank you for that. I know that these guys are regulars and they appreciate it. So that's awesome. But yeah, hopefully, I don't have a set schedule on my streams right now. My daughter is in volleyball, and between volleyball and just everyday life, it's hard to have a set schedule. So I always tell everybody, just ring the bell so you get notified when I go live. You can follow me on X. I'm terrible at posting on X when I go live, but you can follow me over on X. Everything is Maker by Nexus. So if you find anything that says Maker by Nexus and you see the MMN, that's probably me. If it's not me, it's somebody trying to be me, and nobody wants to be me. So we're safe so far. But yeah, that's the whole kind of the point behind the 3D printer rehab project is just taking old defunct 3D printers that people have, breathing some new life into them. I've gotten some sponsors to help out with the idea. Polymaker provides filament to those people, so I've got a bunch of rolls of Polymaker sitting up there on the shelf. You can kind of see it over there. I got those rolls of filament. Polymaker sent out. As I fix the printers, I then take a couple rolls of filament as well and give them a printer and a couple rolls of filament to get them started. Micro Swiss came on board. They've been providing hot ends, extruders, and stuff like that to keep the printers going, because a lot of what I see, surprisingly, is Ender 3 and Ender 3 variants. So they sent me out stuff to put on those printers and get them up and running. So, yeah. You have a SV06 Plus, FlashForge 5. Oh, yeah, the FlashForge 5M. I love that one. The SV06 was a good little printer too when I had it. Now you have a Voron V0, need to build it. Yeah, the V0 is a sweet little printer. I would like to build one, but like you said, it gives you headaches. But yeah, the V0, the Vorons are nice printers. My ideal printer collection would consist of probably a K1 Max, because I'd like a bigger version of the K1. And then Voron Trident. I want a Trident really bad. That's kind of like my I want that like so bad type of thing. But a Voron, like a Voron Trident. When it comes to the Voron stuff, I would like 300 to 350s, you know. So even between the Neptune 4 Max versus the Bamboo Sniper, your best bet, you have the V0, or you have a 0.1. Yeah, the 0.2 is a little bit nicer, but the V1 or the 0.1 is nice because it's a tiny little fast printer, you know. Back catch getting late. All right, Happy. Have a good one. Enjoy work. Hopefully it goes well. Realistically, the Neptune 4 Max, my understanding is it still has some bugs that need to be worked out. That was a little while ago, so I don't know if it's actually true anymore. I don't know if they updated or fixed anything. But it is definitely an option if you're looking for a bigger one. You probably got to do some tweaking and tuning to it to make it do what you need it to do. As for the Bamboo, it's just going to work, man. So if you're looking for something that's just going to work, you're going to have to scale down some of the stuff possibly. Not necessarily scale it down, but slice it smaller. But it's just going to work, you know. Find the V0 and the 2.4 kits. Trident only self-found. Save for a while. Get a 2.4 someday. Yeah. I had a 2.4 250. It was nice, but the build volume was just a little small. Not that I printed a lot of big stuff on it, but if I'm going to go with those printers, I want at least a 300. You know what I mean? Like at least a 300. I would love to get a 2.4 again. Like I said, 300 in size, or 350 would be. I honestly, I would rather go 350 because you can always print smaller stuff on a bigger printer, but you can't print bigger stuff on a small printer. So I would love a 2.4 350, a Trident 350. I have a switch wire, and then maybe one day a V0. The V0 is not at the top of my list because I have the Rook. I already have a Rook, and I'm building a second Rook. So I'll have two smaller form factor printers already. Plus I have the Kingroon, the KP3 down there. So I already have some smaller form factor printers anyway, so I don't necessarily need another small form factor printer. Yeah. They just copied the Bamboo, and they are offering me a choice between this and the Neptune 4. If they're offering you a choice, then I say, you know, I would say if they're offering you a Neptune 4 versus a Neptune 4 Max, if you've got the choice, go with the Max. I mean, it may take a little bit of work, but, you know, go for it. You recommend the 2.4 R2 350 with the Breakcore 3D probe, hoping one day they will come out with a USB hub instead of CAN bus. The ports on the hot end are limited, and the beacon. I thought you said Breakcore. Beacon 3D. Yeah. Look at the Nighthawk board, Nate. I don't know if the Nighthawk board will help you any, but the Nighthawk board is USB, not CAN. So I've got the Nighthawk board on the switch wire up there. As for, what was it? The K1 versus the 5M. I like the K1 because it's enclosed, but the Adventurer 5M, is just a badass little machine for what it is and for the price. I mean, for the price difference, if price is a thing, get the Adventure 5M. Otherwise, spend a little extra if you want an enclosed printer and get the K1. That's really the only reason you have the K1C. Yeah, I need to get a K1C or K1 Max, either one. For one of the things I'm doing, I'd like a K1 Max just so I have the bigger, the bigger build volume. So I'd like a K1 Max, but a K1C would be fine too right now because I have the K1, so I'd like to see the K1C next to it, but a K1 Max would be, better. You did enclosure Adventure 5M. It works very well. Yeah. So I mean, in that case, you've already got pretty much, you've pretty much got a K1 at that point. So yeah, I mean, if you're going to enclose your 5, or if you get the Pro version that has the enclosure already, but isn't thick enough, have some problems with PLA. Yeah, I did notice that. I did kind of find it funny that Flash Forge right out the box sends that little bottle of adhesive. So you're definitely going to need to get some Vision Miner or Bed Weld, one of those. The C is better for printing carbon fiber. Probably. I don't have one to test. But if you're printing carbon fiber, you'll definitely know better than me. Yeah. But yeah, when I got it right out the box, and I tried my first print and it failed, and then I stuck the bed adhesive on there and everything stuck. I was like, yeah. Max temp of 280. Yeah. Yeah, I think I don't know what the Creality prints, like what its max temp is. I haven't tried to push it. Yeah, I haven't tried to push it, so I don't necessarily know what it is. I usually print, I think the hottest I printed is like 260, 250, 260, some ABS or ASA. It's about the extent of the heat that I've thrown at it. All right. There you go. Looks good. Whoops. There we go. Look at that. Look at that first layer. Look at that. Here, let me see if I can get it to not shine so damn much. Wrong. Max is 320, 350. Okay. What is the max temp of the Mark IV? I don't know. I really don't. I'll have to find out. I'll have to take a peek. Right now, though, I got my finger oils all over this. So I gotta clean off the build plate. Little IPA. By the way, guys, open your IPA, just poke a tiny hole in the top of the IPA, and then you can just dribble it on there, and you don't have to worry about it dumping out all over the place. So there's my tip for the day. When you open your IPA, just poke a quick little hole in it, and then you don't have to worry about a spray bottle and all that. You can just poke a hole, dribble a little on the build plate, wipe it down, get all your nasty finger oils off of it, and bam, you're good to go. Load it back up. There we go. All right. I am going to grab a Dapper Dan duck now. I'm going to slice a Dapper Dan duck. So we're going to have to go into bamboo. Scoot this over here. Let's go back to prep. Let's add in a new printer now. Let's add in the Mark IV. Got to wait for it to do its thing. It says 280 in many places, even Flash Forge's official site. First glance, the Nighthawk maybe just didn't like needing to crimp USB to JST. Yeah, I understand that. Nate, I don't know. The Nighthawk board has been working well for me on the SwitchWire. Just threw it out there as you said something USB instead of CAN bus. So I just kind of threw that out there because I know that board and I've been using it on the SwitchWire. So let's see here. Mark IV with a .4 nozzle. Confirm. Let's go ahead and discard that right now. Click on there. Come on, show me my... whoopsie, cancel. All right, we got that. It's not giving me options there. Prusa. Let's just go ahead and do PLA. That's fine for now. Standard settings. Let's delete that off the build plate. Spin this back around. Let's go to add. And let's go grab a Dapper Dan duck. Oh man, my poor computer. I need to reboot this thing. I've been putting it off for a while and I just need to reboot it. Whoops. 3D files. Scroll down till we find the 3D duck. Got a bunch of STLs. A bunch. All right. 3D duck. Click OK. Load him in. There we go. One Dapper Dan duck. You guys want to see what the Dapper Dan duck looks like? There you go. One Dapper Dan duck. Designed by Built Over Bot's wife. Built Over Bot and the missus. They took the 3D duck with the little wiggly legs and added a top hat and made him dapper. So he is a Dapper Dan duck or 3D duck. Hey Dom, how you doing, good sir? Hope you're well. But yes, so there is the Dapper Dan duck, and he's got the little wiggly legs, little print in place wiggly legs. So there we go. Let's go back to quality real quick. Make sure that everything looks good in quality. Go to strength 3, 4, and 3. I'm going to do 3, 3, and 3. We'll kick the infill down to 10%. And for the sake of not taking forever, let's do grid. Everybody's least favorite, grid. For speeds, we'll leave those alone. For support, we're not going to need none. Others, we're not going to worry about it. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and slice plate. Oh, I need to steal the USB. It says 1 hour and 1 minute. Found your channel. I will check it out when it comes out. Making a video about my Ferret Pro 3D scanner from Creality. Sent it to me for free. Sweet. Yeah. Where's that model? Steven, you can get it over on Bangs. It's under Built Over Bot. It's a paid model. But you can hit it up over there. Shoot. I got to unplug a camera, guys. I gotta unplug a camera. I don't have an open USB port. Son of a biscuit eating bulldog. Actually, hold on. I dropped you. My bad. Sorry, guys. I dropped you. And I just unplugged the laser in the middle of another stinking print. Or in the middle of another etch. Dadgummit. Ugh. I need to find a better way to secure this stupid USB cable. And I just lost my monitor back there too. Yay! Never enough USB ports. USB-A ports, yes. Well, that sucks because I just wasted another stinking thing. Let's see. Unplug that. Plug that back in. I hope I'm going to have enough plaques because I just wasted 3 of them. Damn it. Well, it was turning out nice. Damn it. Ah, well. Can't do nothing about it now, right? Damage is done, as they say. Damage is done. Whoops. There. Put this back at the printer. There we go. Oops. Yeah, Shane, I have my laptop. I should have brought out and did all that with the laptop and just left it off to the side. That's what I should have did. Lightburn runs on a potato. Yeah, I could set up a potato. I have a potato. It runs on a potato for now because they still have the Linux version out there, but it won't be out there forever. All right, let's export G code. Well, big crappy shoot balls. It's not seeing the flash drive I just plugged in. What the hell? My microphone's still working, so obviously this hub's still plugged in. Stay there. See what happens. Now let's go ahead and export G code. There it is. All right, tap it and duck. Send it. And eject it. There we go. All right. Drop this back in the printer. Dapper Dan Duck and print. All right, that's going to print. I now have to go off and be an adult. So you guys, let me jump back here. There we go. All right, guys, I look like crap all day. I didn't really care because I was busy doing stuff. But what do we got? K1, not really, because the inside is Bowden with metal dual gear. Or dual extruder. Yes, I'll show it to you. K1C can print carbon fiber. What printer is that in the back? Which one? Which printer in the back are you referring to? That one, that one, that one, that one, or like that one, or that one? Light blue, that one. That is Just Push Prints. That's his, or this one down here. This one, okay. Yeah, that is Just Push Prints. Wait, that one? This one. Yes. Let me know. Is you talking about this one here? Okay, this one is not a printer. The printer is right there. It's the Kingroon KP3 something. This is just an enclosure that's going to go on it. It's going to be a backpack. There's the backpack part of it. This was the backpack printer that, if you know Mitch 3D, the backpack printer guy, this was the printer that he brought to Rocky Mountain Rep Rap Fest that was sponsored by Sliceworks. So Sliceworks sponsored this build. He built it, and then there's a bunch of 3D printed parts you can kind of see sitting back here. Those 3D printed parts were all wrapped around it as the enclosure, and they worked. So I reached out to Jason at LDO and said, hey, if you have a random frame with dimensions by this, let me know. This is a little bit larger than I was originally looking for, but he sent me this frame. I'm converting it into a backpack that will connect to that and all the electronics, which are currently down here. I'm going to get all the electronics in the backpack mounted back up to this. Then I'm going to get some acrylic panels for the sides, for the top, and then for the front for a door. And then I'm going to wear that big old thing on my back and walk around at places with the printer on it. Why did it have a spool if it's not a printer? It doesn't have a spool on it yet. This one doesn't have a spool. It's not a printer. Give me a second. Let me go dig it out. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay. There's a printer in it, yes. But this is just a frame. The printer is mounted inside of it. See? There's going to be electronics mounted underneath of this that control batteries. the printer itself does work, and it is a printer, and you can print with the printer. But the whole idea is I'm going to make it interchangeable so that I can take whatever small form factor printer is in here out, and then be able to put the other printers in here and just swap them out and go. I'm confused. Go back. That's going to be a big machine. Yeah. Well, the printer itself is pretty small. The backpack, though, however, is going to be pretty large. It's going to... Let me see if I can get this to go without knocking it over. There we go. It's going to be... Because I'm a tall guy. Nobody seems to get that. Everybody seems to forget I'm a tall guy. Let me do this real quick. Ready? We'll go to this camera. There we go. See? So it'll sit like this on my back, and I'll walk around the events and stuff. Yeah. So that's that. Next to the K1, that's my Rook. Yeah, it's the Rook 2020. It does have a spool on it. It is a printer. It's the Rook 2020. It's designed by Rohan, and Canrog designed the 2020 variant. This is a Fabrico kit. Fabrico put one out, and then LDO is doing it as well, and that's what this is here as well. This is the LDO variant of it. So this, when it's done, will be the same thing as that black and green one back there. This is the space gray and planetary blue. So this, when all said and done, is going to get mounted inside that blue frame as my next backpack printer, and I'll carry a little Rook around in a backpack. And I'll be enclosed and all that stuff. Backpack strap should look like arms holding it. Yes. And working on is almost done. Yeah. I will go to lunch now. Keep live open here. Gabs, I'm going to be wrapping this up, so you can go ahead and close out. Thank you for coming and hanging out. Thanks for gifting the subs today, or the memberships. But yeah, so, but this is an LDO variant of the Rook. So this guy, when all said and done, the kit should be here, and we'll probably start working on this sometime next week. We'll get this little guy up and running, and then at some point I'll take this one down and troubleshoot some issues I'm having with it. And then, yeah, but for the most part, the goals are going to be to get this guy built and then get it tucked into there. Everybody's doing the LDO Rooks right now. No complaints. Rook is neat. Yeah, Dom, I had, like I said, I had the Fabrico kit. The Rook is a cool little printer from Rohan, which is the 3D printed version of this. It has the 3D printed top and base, and then you use the there's four rods, 4 linear rods. The back 2 are used as the Z, but then there's 2 in the front to kind of help support the front end of it. They're all, you know, it's all that. This was the one that Canrog basically did a 2020 extruded frame for it to kind of wrap around it instead. And I like the idea of the rigidity of a printed frame, like a non-printed frame. Like this thing, you can pick it up and move it while it's printing and do stuff. And for the most part, it'll just keep printing. 3D printed parts with some rods. I don't know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this done, get it printing, get it working, and then we're going to figure out how to put this in there and then have this in it so I can take it places and do stuff and show everybody the LDO Rook. The only thing I got to really do is reprint these and then lower this down, because on the Mark 1 kit, this is the original Rook 2020 layout or design. Then they did the Mark 1 where this rail sits a little bit lower and goes across, and then it actually wraps around the entire top for the pulley mounts. They actually wrap around the entire top here and come on the inside as well, and you mount them in from the inside. So this sits lower, these come around, and then these are all joined together. I think blind joints is how he has it set up. So like, you drill a hole here, run a screw in, drill and tap it, drill and tap this side and run a screw in. Yeah, I believe that was kind of how it was set up, but these use the little 3-corner brackets to hold them together. Still going, eh? Yeah, not for much longer, man. We're gonna wrap this up. It's already 12:15, so I gotta go adult. But I started a Dapper Dan Duck, and then questions were asked. So, any recommendations for your for my last email with Creality? Boo, adulting. Yeah. Let's see here. I'm not sure what the email is going to be about, so it's hard to make a recommendation. I'm not sure what it's in regards to, so it's going to be hard to tell you like a recommendation. I don't want to pry because conversations with companies are between the individual and the company, so don't want to pry. It's about your project. That's your favorite. Just tell them why you're passionate. Like, I don't know what you've told them already, but what I would say is this is what I want to do. This is why I'm passionate about it. I want to do this, and I would love the opportunity to work with you guys on it. If that's something you've already done, then I'm not sure where you're kind of following up from, so it's hard to make a recommendation. But I would just tell them, plain and simple, like outright, hey guys, this is who I am. This is what I do. This is what I want to do. This is why I want to work with you on this. If you're not working with them on it already and you would like to, that's what I would do. Just speak about you. Why you're doing what you're doing and why you want to work with them to do it. They asked me parts and I double. Remember, it doesn't hurt to ask for more. Just understand that you may not get that. So keep that in mind. But I would say, if it's something you're truly passionate about, something you want to do, and it's something I've heard about for the last week now, it's obviously something that's on your mind. Put it out there, and hopefully you'll find somebody who's as passionate about it as you are that wants to help you. That's all you can do. Just ask and hope. But don't get your hopes up too much. And if you do and you get upset, don't lash out, because that's going to be the worst thing you can do, because you asked for something for nothing. Ultimately, you asked for something for nothing, and they don't have to say yes. So just keep that in mind, I say just tell it like it is. Tell them what you want to do and cross your fingers. If they say no, they say no. Don't be upset. They have the right to say no. All right. Well, grab ourselves another plaque here. Make sure this USB cable is in no way, shape, or form anywhere where it can get messed with. I should go get the laptop, I know. But I'm done moving things around for a while because I won't be streaming a lot of what I'm doing for the rest of the day at least. And if I do, I sure as hell ain't going to talk about what I'm doing. So let's put this back under here. First, let's home everything again. Reline this up. And get it ready to go, because we can't necessarily start it because I'm not going to be out here. And unless I can convince my loving wife to play bodyguard in case something happens, I'm not going to be able to start it. But there's my mouse. All right, frame it up. Oh yeah, hey asshole, I put you at home. What are you doing? Urgh. Turn it off. Turn it back on. Let it go back and think it's at home again. Let's see here. Hold on. If any, let's see. If anything, just start with version 1. And you have the confident or convince them version 2 after presenting the prototype. Dom, you are correct. Yes. Getting all the parts once is better than coming there for a second time. Not really. Not really. No. Because if you can show them a proof of concept and then explain to them what revisions you need to make, if you can explain to them what iterations you want to make, yes. What changes, you've got like, hey guys, this is what we've done with version 1, or this is what I've done with version 1. These are the changes I want to make. I want to do a version 2. Are you guys down to help? Because at this point you've given them the proof that you're doing it and that the proof of concept works, and then they're more likely to spend more money or send you more product. So don't always over ask. I mean, you can over ask, but expect a no. But if you tell them this is what I need to get the first version done, and I plan to do a second version after to see what works, what doesn't work, what we need to change, and I'd like to be able to do that. I hope that maybe after you see what I've done with the first project, you'll be able to see the vision for the revision, or you'll be able to see the vision for the version 2, and you know, you'll be on board. I wouldn't even necessarily bring up version 2 right now, just maybe that, you know, you're looking to get this done as a proof of concept, and then if it works out, you want to proceed further. Something like that. You know? But yeah, that's the big thing is just saying, guys, look, here's the deal. This is what I want to do. Here's my version 1. Or here's my plan for version 1. Once version 1 is built and I see what changes need to be made, I do plan to kind of build off of that and possibly go into more iterations of this. I would love to have you guys on board for the initial setup, for the initial plan. That's where I would be. Okay. Well, I would say, Sniper, I would say don't say too much. Because, again, this is the internet. Don't say too much. And I would say that, you know, just do what you're passionate about. Make it happen. And remember, steps, man. Steps. Don't look at the end. Start a goal, get to that goal. Next goal, next goal, next goal, next goal. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Dom, thank you. Sniper, thank you for hanging out. Guys, I am going to wrap this up now because I do need to go adult. It's almost, you know, we're 4 hours in on what I was expecting to be like a maybe 3-hour stream. So we're an hour past where I was planning on going. So thank you guys for hanging out. We will talk more later. But Science Sniper, for you, just steps, man. Steps. Start small goals. Like iteration 1 done. Here it is. Here's proof of concept. Are you guys willing to go forward into more and more, you know, more and more changes, more and more iterations, and go from there? But again, thanks to everybody for coming and hanging out. Stay out trouble, stay out jail. Happy 3D printing and all the things, because that's that stupid thing I do now. But yeah, you guys have a great day, a great rest of your day. And yeah, I will talk to you guys all later. Bye, guys.